And with that, we are now audible to the rest of the internet. I see Rira's in chat.
Hello.
How you doing? Hope you're ready for some old school, moderately competent mech action. So let's get everything loaded up, make sure all of our audio stuff is working, and we will jump in. Every time I have to load up the retro gaming layout to put games like this on there, it just hurts my soul.
Well, to be fair, this is 3 generations ago.
Yeah, I guess technically. Oh, I see Crusher's here too, hitting us with 3 hydrates all at once. And
Jeez.
I had my alerts muted before we loaded up, but I did see that Matt resubscribed. Thank you for that, sir.
Yeah, 12th month.
It's your birthday.
Yeah. Happy stream birth, I guess. Stream birthday. Sub birth. I don't know. Something like that.
All right. So I have the loading screen here just because it's quiet, and I didn't want the game audio blasting in my ears while we're getting set up. But I think let's do something fun since Matt can see the stream in real time, since I have it streaming over Discord, and you folks should be able to hear things once I get to something with sound. Let's watch the opening cinematic for this game. I don't think did we do that? We didn't do that for 4 Answer, which is a shame.
I don't think we did that for 4 Answer.
For Armored Core 4 Answer's opening cinematic is rad. You should check it out on YouTube. It's really cool. They're always really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to take us to the title screen, and then it'll just loop into the opening cinematic so you folks can see what we're doing here. This is Armored Core 3 from the glorious PS2 era. Crusher asked, did y'all finish 4 Answer? We finished a path. We got the corporate path, I think. The league path.
Yeah, we couldn't finish the corporate path. We did most of the Orca path, and we saw what you had to do to get the Old King path.
Yeah. And so we beat the game on one round, and we were going through another round, kind of messing around with builds and whatnot. But I figured to give you folks an idea of what the franchise really looks like, we're going to go back to the one that really got its hooks in me. I started on the PS1, but this is the one that really got me. Base Armored Core 3. So let me back out. And we'll get the very interesting vocal track here. The music in these games is pretty kind of eclectic, but really interesting, especially the third one.
It's all warbly as heck.
2002. How many of you other folks were even born?
From the 97 to 2002 with Age Tech. I literally don't think I've ever heard that name before, Age Tech.
Oh, let me get that cursor off the screen. And there you have it. What a cool
Dang.
intro.
Honestly, that's a that A, pretty cool intro. B, I absolutely saw those freaking Newliths. The detachable like floating beam shooters.
Oh, yeah. Those made their debut in this game. They're called EOs, or Exceed Orbits. Certain cores have that instead of the Overed boost. And so
Okay.
you pop up these satellite things and they start just blasting away.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I call them Duoliths is that's what they're originally called in. I forget. I think it was Zeta Gundam. It was the one with the new Gundam, and it actually had a bunch of those called Newliths, and had 6 of them that like kind of packed in like a wing shape on the back.
Yeah, those are pretty fun. I believe they use energy. I don't remember. It has been a long time since I played this.
Oh, that's fair. I mean,
I did test out this particular version just to make sure it would run, and it seems to run fine and should look decent too. All right, we're gonna go canon name.
One entity ruled the world. It was simply called the Controller. The Controller handled the major decisions of everyone's life. People took it for granted that the Controller would handle every aspect of their lives for them. Under the rule of the Controller, people lived safe yet uninspired lives of a promised prosperity. As time went on, several powerful factors known as corporations came on the scene. In their separate struggles to gain absolute power, the corporations waged war upon each other. The Controller even manipulated the corporations' war. All was going according to the plans of the Controller, but somehow the forces of chaos began to rise.
The controller
Chaos.
is an analog for Apple.
I mean, yeah.
I think this game technically might be around the time of the initial iPhone launch.
I'll go over the mission one more time.
Huh.
Your objective is to eliminate all
That
forces
sounds about
occupying
right.
the city. The targets are battle MTs. Complete the mission, and you'll be registered as a Raven. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't blow it. Entering the area of operations. Move out.
Time to learn a new control scheme. Or old control scheme, technically.
You old. Oh yeah, this already feels a lot slower than 4 was. Like instantaneously.
Red line on your radar indicates the operations perimeter.
Alright, what is my... There it is.
Cross
So
it.
fun fact, this game, and I think Silent Line, does not have right analog control. So all of my
Ugh.
sideways movement is strafing instead of camera control.
That is gross.
I can use the left analog stick to move the main reticle, the big red square thing, which is my sight lock.
Mhm.
And it's something to get used to after a while. On X is our boost. So we can get airborne like before, but there's no quick boosting. And my energy gauge is terrible because they start you with a crap tier generator.
Yeah, so you only get a little bit of boost. Also, Crushers confirmed the first iPhone released on June 27, 2007. But the first iPod
Oh,
was
iPod.
yeah, the iPod was October 23rd, 2001.
Boy, I feel old.
Mind you, I didn't get an iPod until I think it was like the 4th or 5th gen of it. The first iPod video gen is the one that I got.
I had a couple different MP3 players, but I never had an Apple product. I had a Creative Zen for a bit, and I had a Zoom because I was cool.
You're one of
Nope.
like 10 people who had the Zoom.
That's right. It was like a 40 gig Zoom.
Oh damn, decent sized.
Yeah, it was one of the later models. I wanted a high capacity for all the Japanese music I was putting on there.
Fair enough. I remember I had a 30 gig iPod video, and I at most I think got it to 20 gigs full, and most of that was just like random AMVs I found.
All enemy units destroyed. Not
There you go.
bad for a newcomer.
The one thing to keep in mind in this game, which is different from what we would have seen in For Answer, you'll hear the pilots of the ACs referred to as Ravens. That is the historical term for AC pilots, going way back to I think the very first game.
Yeah.
And then you had, I think it was Lynx in 4th generation For Answer. And
Yeah, I
then
remember that.
The actual ACs themselves in 4th generation Honor called Nexts. But prior to that, they're just regular ACs. And so that was the initiation mission. Basically, past that, and you start the game proper as a registered Raven with Global Cortex.
Yeah.
And kind of like the menu system we saw in For Answer, this one is set up more kind of like a browser. Kind of like a computer browser, the way it's set up. Before I
Yeah.
forget anything.
It's giving big dot hack vibes.
Yeah. Early 2000s aesthetic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And when we look in here, they don't give you a ton of explanation. In fact, other than some pointers on the first mission, kind of dump you in because it's a FromSoft game and it's an old FromSoft game. But basically, we are registered as a Raven, a merc, essentially, to take on missions with different corporations, as we'll see. And we get emails from different people or entities, like this is the controller itself.
Mm-hmm.
Basically saying, hey, you are officially registered as a merc with the organization. Don't screw it up. And then, I'm not going to bother reading all the text for these, but kind of like in For Answer, we had, what was her name? Sumika, I think is her operator's name in For Answer, and this one, her name's Lane Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the person talking to you over the phone while you're in mission and yelling at you if you screw up.
Yes, that very much the don't fuck it up person. The person who's saying don't fuck it up, as opposed to the letter that says don't fuck it up.
This is you're assigned Hunnigan.
Yep. And Crusher in the chat saying, PS2 has and will always be my favorite console. No, yeah, PS2 is great. Like, there's so many good games on it.
Oh yeah, I think it's one of like the best consoles as far as having the variety of library and like iconic titles that really defined that generation. That's what kind of got me into the more modern era of video games post 64 because I never had a 64. I went Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PS2.
Yeah. I went Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, N64, and then GameCube and PS2. And then it was after that gen that I started getting every single console in the generation each time.
Yeah, I went from PS2. I didn't get a chance to ever own like a GameCube or a Dreamcast. I knew people that had them. Just how I was able to play some of the classics from those libraries. But I went PS2 to 360, I believe. And I own a lot of 360 games. To me, that's also one of the highest as far as, you know, consoles and libraries of just extensive games. All right. So if we go into the mission prompt on the browser here, the areas in Armored Core 3 are set up into layers and districts. So the entire geographical area that the controller sort of oversees has these sort of stratums or layers. And you get missions from these as it progresses, and those little bars, Mirage, Crest, and Kisaragi, those are the corps.
Okay.
And so they'll issue missions and you do them, it'll boost your standing with them, which I believe directs your path. I cannot remember how many endings this game has off the top of my head, but they also give you stuff. So if you make one company happy, they might give you a part and say, hey, we like what you did. Here's a head part or like a radar part or something.
Okay.
Crutcher says, I don't know if I'm using goated with the sauce correctly. I have heard that several times in the last few days, and I do not know what that means.
See, I'm not sure because I know it's always about a quirked up little white boy who's busting it down sexual style.
That's what Wazzy said to me, and I thought she was speaking in a foreign language.
I've only seen the meme like like the thing like kind of teased at. Because I know Wazzy and I've seen a video. It was on Tumblr of someone voicing like Marge and Homer Simpson getting confused about a quirked up little white boy, and it was like I don't know what the origins of this meme is.
I did see we got a follow from Lava King 1997. Thank you for following, Lava King.
Hey, Lava, how's it going? Long time no see. Or at least it feels like it's been a while since I've seen you.
Welcome to the stream. We are getting into old school giant robot action with Armored Core 3. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Old school robots.
It still kills me inside to think that it's old school. I wasn't even a child when I played this. I was a less old adult when I played this, and that makes me want to jump off a bridge.
When this game came out, I would have. I think I would have just been starting high school.
Pain. But that's okay. Lava King says, thank you for playing Armored Core. Oh, well, no need to thank me. Armored Core is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And the fact that we're getting a new one supposedly this year is why we were playing through For Answer on the 360. And now we're going back in time to one of my favorite series, Third Generation, in Armored Core 3. And depending how long it takes us to get through this, I'd like to play Last Raven right after.
Yeah. And Lava King saying, I was born the year the first Armored Core came out.
That would have been like 97, I want to say?
Yeah, 96, 97, I think?
On the PS1.
Yeah, and Lava King said, I bought an old clunky PSP to play Armored Core 3, and boy, do I suck at it. Was Armored Core 3 on the PS?
I don't think it was initially released there. Unless they ported a version, or it's just on emulation, I don't know. Because the mobile Armored Core games are very different. You had Formula Front on PSP. It was like a competitive arena fighter Armored Core game. Oh, Vita. Did they release a collections version of 3 on Vita? They might have. I think they put the PS2 ones on Vita.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Armored Core, Vita. I'm gonna check, cause yeah, they were on there. There's the portable versions of 3 portable Silent Lion and Last Raven.
Yep, that's the base and 2 sort of sequel expansion games for Third. Thing is, I know a lot of people I've talked to started playing Armored Core like the 360 era with 4th generation, like 4 and 4 Answer. And if you played those and you played 5, and then you go back to the old generation like this, the mechanics are almost night and day as far as speed. Still the same type of game, but like you said, when we just dropped in the tutorial level, and I'm using a crap Armored Core right now, but it is slower. It's a bit more methodical. You could still fly around, but it's not high speed, anime battles. So we'll see how it sort of adapts as we play through. But looking at the assembly, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we'll see how we have to adapt to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So I jumped into the garage, and unlike 4th generation, we'll be doing a little bit of comparison because this series came before, obviously. You don't have schematics. That's something they added a little bit later, I think, in 4th generation. So you have 3 builds, and you can name them, customize them, change the colors accordingly. But you have basically 3 different builds that you swap between, and unless you want to just strip everything off and rebuild it, that's kind of how you choose what you're building in this game, which I think is okay. It's definitely better than 1st generation where you have 1 core. That's it. You want to switch your build?
It's 1 core. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing.
And so we don't need to do too much now because we don't have any good parts, but we can change the name. And I have no idea how many characters is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I really want to put Murder Hornet in there, but I don't know if it's gonna fit. Let me try. How many letters is that?
Looks like 10, 11.
Let's see how far we get.
Yeah.
Just
Say call
barely?
it Bob, King Stinger.
Ha! Just barely. All right.
Murder Hornet. Also, Lava King asking, as the successor, what's your opinion on Daemon X Machina?
That's one I haven't played. I hear it's good. I hear it does scratch the Armored Core itch in the absence of the series since 2012, whenever Verdict Day came out. But I didn't get a chance to play that one. I've heard it's quite good. A little bit less on the technical side, but for giant mech games, since there were devs that worked on Daemon X Machina that are from Armored Core, it's a pretty good spiritual successor series. It's still on my list to check out eventually.
Yeah, it's one of those. I remember I got it for free off of Epic Game Store. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet.
There it is. Okay. Well, I'm gonna assign a color to this one just so I don't forget which one I'm editing. Now, let's see. Sample color. Okay. I think we can do it part by part, but we'll do kind of like a real quick color scheme thing. The customization is not as robust as later games.
Which is okay.
Yeah, they obviously wanted to add more as it went along as far as what you could do. But for now, we'll do like a solid color. Because I don't think you can... Oh, you can. Okay, you just can't do it in everything. Oh, that's kind of annoying. All right, we'll just go with the yellow for now. Maybe I'll do yellow and black. You can also create a custom emblem. And I did do this back in the day on PS2. I don't remember what it was, but I drew like pixel by pixel a custom emblem. And it probably took me like 5 hours because it's not really drawing tools, Any bee themed ones in here. That is almost a printy.
It is, actually.
It's missing like the
I like
stitches
it.
on the stomach.
Dude.
But, yeah, dude. You could take some of these single color ones and edit the colors and whatnot, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste time with that. We'd be here for far too long. I'm gonna take the penguin. I was hoping there'd be a bee one. I don't remember where it put it. Oh, it's on the shoulder. Got it. Not that you can really see it. Oh,
Yeah,
I see Red Dragon's here. I didn't see you in the chat there, Red Dragon. What's up?
Oh, yeah. I'm saying it's 2 dragons I used to pick. Yeah, yeah, man, you could really see that mess of pixels on it.
Yeah, it's just a little blob. But I think it shows up in the arena too. I think.
Yeah, that would do it.
I think it like the versus screen. I want to say. Let's see. Oh no, it's just the emblem of the person you're fighting. But I believe all of the other AC pilots you fight, you get their emblems too. So if you wanted to
Cool.
like edit theirs and make it something else, you could do that.
Just draw a mustache on all of them.
Yeah. And so for the arena, which I don't know if I'm going to do this right away, you start at rank E10.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
Oh, there's way more on this one. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
There's a ton of people to fight. The first one, Adu, is using the same stock, sort of similar loadout that you are, which is kind of funny. I think it's identical. It's basically just newbie pilot the mech. how much we get for fighting this person. You don't lose anything for doing arena challenges, and in the early game, it's kind of important to get a machine gun. You do that, and it'll make things a lot easier. So in the past, I would beeline through as many arena fights as I could, just kind of cheese with the garbage gear, and just try and make some money to get a machine gun. Oh, Red Dragon says, click on your name. Does that show the emblem? I'll have to look at that.
Oh.
But right now we're using a rifle, and it's probably not the best place to explain the control scheme. Let's see if I can get through the fight. You'll notice the HUD layout obviously is quite different from what we're used to in For Answer. But the AP pool is much lower in this game than a lot of the older ones. We started at like 74-ish. You don't really get into like the 10Ks unless you're building like a heavy AC.
Oh, okay.
And so like the stat pools are smaller essentially.
Yeah, they had kind of a stat expansion in a way when it came to new later iterations of the series.
Yeah. And so if we hit triangle, we cycle weapons. And we have a single shot missile. Pretty basic, also pretty weak, but has a decent sight lock, but only shoots one at a time. And so your back part and your right arm part are what you toggle with triangle. So I have rifle or back part, and then circle is my blade, left arm part. So the control scheme is a little bit different than what we saw in For Answer, which had most of your things up on the triggers. And I could remap it, but I'm just going to use the default since I played on the default back in the day.
Lavakin said, I checked online, there's no new emblem, but that honeycomb emblem could work.
Oh, like the Cortex. It's like the Cortex texture thing that's in the back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Saying also, my only hope for AC6 is a way to farm money and not or not bill ammo.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I think you're always going to have to manage, one, how much damage your core takes, and two, how much of your ammo you expend as a way of not being in the red. Okay, that was a pretty easy one. And see, we got like less than 10k for that. Lava King says, oh hey Raku, don't forget you can edit your HUD for extra immersion. Yeah, I'm not going to bother editing the HUD. We'll keep the default on there. One, because I do want to see all the parameters, and two, that's what I'm used to playing with. But you can move stuff around and scale things to some extent, I think. But we'll leave it on default for now. Move to the shop. That's what I didn't do. Shop layout is pretty much the way we've seen before, where it's by part. And just like in the old Armored or the For Answer stuff we saw, there is a stat for everything. Different stats. And Matt and everyone else, pay attention on the right, if you can see it. There's a stat called cooling. In third generation, I don't think it was in second generation, but I didn't play it, so I don't know. They added a new mechanic based around radiators and cooling and heat. So certain types of damage, like I think shell-based things, raise a heat gauge that you'll see on the HUD. And when it tops out, it starts ticking down your AP. It's like DOT. And so you got to worry about overheating. And you could totally build a loadout around making the enemy overheat, because it'll basically cause them to bleed. And it's another thing to manage. I can definitely say I don't miss it in later games. Okay, so that was, let's see. Where is left arm parts? Right arm parts. Yeah, I think this game, There are arm-specific parts in this, unlike the other ones we've seen. So, like, you can only put blades on the left, I believe, and there are certain firearms you can only get on the right. And I think we have to unlock other things. But as far as the standard that most people, at least I know that have played this, kind of beeline towards, is this thing, the MWG MG1000. This is a 1,000-shot machine gun.
Oh man, that's exactly what you need essentially at any point in time.
This will get you pretty decently far in the early game and pretty decently far in the arena because you'll just be able to light up the targets quickly. And I think this has ammo heat. That's what that rating is. Lava King asks, "Hey Raku, what's your opinion on Human Plus feature from AC1? If you played it where you made enough debt, you became a cyborg." Human Plus was the feature that you get that allows you to do certain things like move while firing back parts, and it basically makes you kind of like a super person. I think it's kind of a cool feature, and they've had something like that in most of the games. Like playing through the game gets you that unlock. 4th generation, I don't think they had something like that then, but in the older ones, yeah, you can kind of get that, and it basically gives you even more of an advantage over everyone else. I think it's a cool idea. I don't know if we'll see that in the modern generation, just because it'll be more probably competitive, and I don't know how you would balance something like that for online like PvP, but you never know. Okay, we could sell things, but we need 74k for that machine gun. It's worth the price. It'll eclipse the DPS potential of the rifle we're using, but we might have to do a little bit of missions first before we get that.
Yeah, might have to do a little bit of grind work, but in the end.
Let's see, where's the sell? How much does that radar sell for? We gotta replace this generator ASAP too. This generator's garbage. The FCS is kind of whatever. It's 2 lock max though. Where's my back parts? Nope, that's not what I wanted. 1,200. Okay. Keep it on for now, but when we're close, we'll probably sell it. Lava King says, "I recall past 1, you have to beat the game to get it for the Human Plus." Yeah. It's like your New Game Plus special bonus thing you get.
Which is fair.
Yeah. Alright, so we only have 2 options for missions on Layer 1. We've got defend the arena and an end employee standoff. So what's kind of interesting about some of the missions that you get in this game, a lot of them are like resolve a labor dispute with murder. Because this is from Crest, one of the major corps. And like, yeah, there's some people here that are causing some issues. They're striking. We don't like that. Go and wipe them out.
Yeah, we don't like that they're wanting rights.
A group of employees, unhappy about our decision to shut down the Zydan weapons factory, have taken over control. They've modified the factory's MTs for combat and are using them to keep the demolition team at bay. Remove them from the premises immediately.
We're taking down Constructicons.
Remove them from the
Closing
premises.
The factory was a difficult decision, but had to be done in order to accommodate the need for more housing. Every day we are delayed is costing huge sums of money.
Lava King says, "I just want AC6 to have some beginner-friendly features, even though it's still FromSoft." I think it will. I think it will more so than any game that's come before it, just because, you know, they've built up enough experience trying to get people into their different games. They had some explanations of stuff in Elden Ring, kind of the evolution of the Soulsborne series. So I think there'll be definitely more accessibility in 6. It might not be like baby's first Armored Core, but it'll be more so than the other ones. Because they just toss you in the other ones.
I have a feeling they're going to learn in Armored Core 6 the same way they kind of learned accessibility for their Soulsborne games in Elden Ring. Like, where they may not necessarily make it instantaneously easier to play the game, but they're gonna provide better teaching methods in a way.
I think so, and it'll be kind of more of a here's what some of the systems are instead of no explanation whatsoever.
Oh, also, a small rocket was redeemed.
Oh, I do see that. Let's do that before I forget. I think it'd be funny if in Armored Core 6 they throw in like a Soul style first, like difficult first boss that's meant to like scripted fight kill you. I don't think they'll do that because they've never done that, but it'd be funny if you go into like a mission to solve a labor dispute and all of a sudden like a high level Nex just flies in and absolutely obliterates you.
Yeah. Just white glint pops in.
That would be
flattens you.
That would be funny. I don't know if they'll do that though, because it's not really a staple of that type of series.
Yeah.
But you never know. Oh, put the timer on. Alright, let's go negotiate with the workers with bullets. And so another thing that you have in Armored Core 3, which I believe is new to the series, again, I didn't play 2, you have consorts. And these are people that you hire to accompany you, kind of like the hired mercs in For Answer, but these people start with like MTs. And so they're not starting with, you know, actual ACs and fully decked out. They start with these MTs just as support, and then as you proceed, they kind of evolve. They don't really learn AI-wise, I don't think, but you'll see these people kind of level up, and eventually they're piloting ACs like you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's take...
It's a nice touch.
I do not remember. The little blocks to the right is kind of their stats, but it doesn't... Oh, spec. There we go. AP, defense, mobility, Raven rank. Now let's take Scylla.
Yeah.
And you could select 2 of them, but if we do that, we're basically going to make no money.
Yeah, it'd be nice to make something. Lava King saying, I want faces to the voices we hear, so we're not looking at static pictures.
I also want that, Lava King. I was talking about that when we were playing For Answer, and you have different cutscenes with like the different corporations or like the Orca team, and everyone's talking through like a, you know, static, like an Ava style Sele screen where you can see the names and little audio bars. I think it'd be cool to actually have faces with the characters. I don't know if they'll do that because that'd be a radical departure from anything they've ever done, but it'd be neat to like see your operator or to like see the other arena pilots or something like that. All right.
Yeah, I would almost argue that, like, what better time to do something that's a radical departure from older parts of the game or older parts of the series than the next generation.
Well, sure. And they've been working on AC6 for a while. It's been cooking. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see how much of the formula they switch up, because it's the chance for a lot of people to get into a series that's been so niche and off the radar. I am very hopeful. These MTs are nothing special, as long as we don't get too much damage. We can get close and swat them with our blade to save ammo.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta slap a crane till it dies.
I like how the first response from the enemy when we fly in is like, they sent a Raven in? Like, yeah, it's the corporation, man. They don't care about you.
Yeah, they're gonna go whole ham to fucking quell this uprising.
That's all of them. Let's head out.
Another thing with the mobility, when you boost into the air and then drop to the ground, you basically have kind of like a recoil-ish that causes your AC to sort of stagger a little bit. If you don't want to lose that second or so mobility. You actually have to kind of feather boosters and kind of hit them right before you hit the ground so that you're not just impacting. And that's something I'm gonna have to get used to because that's not in the later generations. You'll see me boost in the air and then drop down, and then your AC kind of thuds in the ground and pauses for a sec. That might be leg based, but for now, since we have crap legs,
Yeah.
I'll need to just kind of boost a little bit before I hit the ground, or I'm going to be immobile for a sec. Lava King says Mecha will always be niche. Yeah, I think so, but because it's FromSoft and they're so acclaimed now with all the stuff they've done, a lot of people are going to be paying attention to what they do and would be able to get into a series they likely would never have seen, because back in the day, From was pretty under the radar. Let's look at our mail.
Yeah. And we're arguing that not all mecha is niche. Look at Transformers, Evangelion, Gundam. Yes, but mecha video games are very niche.
Oh yeah.
Like I would argue stuff like every Gundam game that I've ever played was considered niche. Steel Battalion, Mech Warrior. Those are very niche.
Doesn't help that for the FromSoft series specifically, they're so technical. Again, you pull up a part list, even in a game like this, and there's 30 different stats. It's never not going to be that for Armored Core, obviously, but back in the day, when I talked to people, it's like, oh yeah, you should check out this awesome giant fighting robot game. And I show it to someone, they say, what do all those stats mean? I'm like, well, it means this, 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 and this. And by the time I get to like the third one, their eyes have glazed over and they've slumped over in their chair and they're no longer listening.
Yeah.
But you don't need to
Lava King
understand all that.
Exactly. Lava King also pointing out Super Robot Wars.
I have not played Super Robot Wars, but I've heard a lot of things about it.
It's like the crossover game for like anime robots.
Yep.
I remember newer versions had stuff like Gundams fighting Gurren Lagann robots, and that's the newest that I remember seeing. They don't really have I think if they have any localization in North America, it's so niche that I've never heard of it. They do look really good though.
Maybe they'll bring it back. You never know. So
Yeah,
we got a response from our client, Crest. And they're basically, you had to murder some people, but, gotta look out for the bottom line. Let's see. We also got from Global Cortex itself for getting into the next rank in the arena. We got a back part, so we'll go look at that in a sec. Layered. That's the whole series of districts and areas governed by the controller. So it's kind of timely that we're looking at a universe where everything is overseen by a giant AI entity. In a time where the prominence of AI is becoming something that we're not going to be able to ignore.
Yeah, it's something that right now feels very inescapable.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how far into dystopia we get.
Yeah, Lava King, so it's Google ruled everything, basically. And Rio's saying the newest Super Robot Wars is on Steam. Really? I'm gonna... Yeah, Super Robot Wars 30.
Like, installment 30?
Yeah, the 30th installment.
Jesus.
Luckily, it's one where you don't have to,
I'm gonna go look that up right now.
Yeah. Like, the trailer's got Mazinger Z, Zeta Gundam. What appears...
Oh, yeah, this is like the SD, little chibi mech ones, right?
Yeah, but also it goes into, like, an absurd amount of the series. I'm going to wishlist this, because if it ever goes on sale under $80, I will consider it.
This came out in 21, huh?
Yeah, so pretty recently.
Might have to do a mecha month.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a Mega Month.
Maybe if we get a release date
Okay.
for Armored Core 6, we can do that leading up to it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But 30 means it's 30th anniversary. It's been going on a while. So yeah, it's
That's a lot of time.
still a long time for a game series to be going. There's not too many that are like that.
For the arena reward, we got the CWM 56010. This is a back missile launcher, and this one has a 10 max lock, unlike the other one, which I believe is just 1. Yep. And our FCS only does 2, I think. But if we had one with like a 10 lock, it's kind of neat in this game when you sight lock someone with your reticle and it's got like a missile launcher, you see it pop up numbers. It'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you launch it and just a huge cluster of missiles just homes in. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's
Assuming what you're fighting stands still long enough for you to do that, but there's some kind of neat tech that you can get there. So that missile launcher will be better. In fact, we can sell the old one. Just get some change.
also Red Dragon with the Hydrate and Stretch. And Lava King saying, Raku, you're my new favorite streamer.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Lava King. Hopefully you enjoy your stay looking at all the different things that we do here on this channel. Also, Matt is here.
Yeah, I'm here every once in a while. I arrive occasionally.
Ooh, 17K for that. That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I wish... Okay, 30 total. We could get up to 42 if we sell this. Let me see if I can get a couple of arena ranks. We're really close to being able to get the machine gun. Lava King says, everyone loves Matt. Everyone does love Matt. As they should.
I mean, you know, I don't know if I... Well, it's one of those, thank you, but also, like, I just try to be a nice guy.
It's because you're the direct foil to Wazi's chaos, Matt.
I mean, there is that.
Can you imagine if you were just like a male version of her and that was your streaming setup? It'd be funny. It'd be entertaining. But it'd be a lot.
Yeah. It'd be a lot of oomph. Also, everyone's saying, yeah, Matt's a great dude. Ladybug's here saying, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Ladybug. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. Doing good. Saying Matt's a cool guy. Fan favorite in the Waziverse.
The Waziverse. I thought they were calling it the Toxicure Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I thought that was the name of it.
The TCU. Alright, let's try Echo Head.
It's not nearly as formulaic as the MCU, don't worry.
Another thing we'll look at as we get further into the game and actually make some money, can play around with builds, is how quads handle. Because quads in this game are much different than what we saw in For Answer, where everything is high speed. You know, we saw the quads kind of zipping around, but in this, their ability to move around while firing things is unique to quads. Quads and hovers, I believe. And so I definitely want to build maybe like a shotgun quad build. We'll see.
Yeah. See what comes into mind.
All right. Oh, test our new missile launcher.
Yeah,
There-
Whirlwind guy.
You can see the little site listing that I was talking about before.
Yeah.
But another thing that I don't know if they had this in the more recent games, but some of the cores have anti-missile tech on them. You could see like these little beams shoot out from their bodies when you shoot missiles at them, and those have a chance to shoot down incoming projectiles.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And I'm currently overheating because I got lit up. The temperature gauge is directly underneath my AP.
Oh yeah.
Enemy AC AP, which you can actually see, is below that.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. I don't remember if you can see it when you fight them in the field, but for the arena you can see it. This one is more mobile than the last one.
You know, do some of that shots into him.
Yeah. Also because I have a crap generator, my energy pool is very, very low, so I cannot fly around for long. Basically, if you want to get good at combat in the old Armored Core games, 3rd generation, you gotta learn how to bunny hop.
Yeah.
But it's pretty tough to do that when you have garbage gear, like boosters and generators and such. I also think your ability to corner and turn is tied to your legs in this. Could be wrong, but it is considerably tougher to turn around because one, I don't have right analog stick movement, and 2, this thing is very stiff. Oh boy, it's gonna be close.
Also, Laybugs, any of you played this game before? I haven't. I know, obviously, Raku has. Yeah, people saying Red Dragon used to play it, and Lava King played it on an old Vita.
Yep. This is, let's say 2002, right?
Yes.
In the glory days of technically early PS2.
Early to mid PS2, if I remember. Because the PS3 came out PS3 was coming out right around when I was finishing up high school, so like 2006, 2007, if I remember. Or 2005, possibly. Because it came out same year as the 360.
So this particular arena opponent, Strasbourg, piloting Volcano, is using hover legs, and we'll get to hover legs eventually. This is what I talked about when we played For Answer, the class they kind of got rid of for a couple generations. Actual flying hover legs, which you need for like water areas, or you will sink. There's no auto hover or auto boost like in the newer games, but hover legs are fast, mobile, and like really quick, and they're fun. I like hover builds, but we'll see how good this guy is. The reason why I'm choosing the arena is just because it's wide open and I can just circle. For the smarter opponents, we're going to want to be able to get behind cover, but for these low tier ones, it's just a DPS race, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Red Dragon saying, wait, I'm older than Matt? I mean, possibly. I mean,
Who's counting?
I'm not afraid to divulge my age on stream. I did last year's birthday, not this year's birthday. So, like, I'm not afraid to say that I am, like, now that I'm 34, I rule. That's what Rule 34 means, right?
You know what? I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
Yeah, if you're not sure if I'm telling the truth about that, go ahead and Google Rule 34. Like, do it.
Not on a work computer.
Safe search off. Don't be a coward.
Today on Bad Advice Theater. I thought you were gonna say Google Matt Toxicure Rule 34.
Oh God, no, don't do that. First off, I don't think it exists, and I don't want it to exist. Secondly, just don't. Just be safe.
Put the idea in the world, Matt. Blood's on your hands.
No. Just because I exist doesn't mean that Rule 34 should be existent in my vicinity.
Matt X Froggy OTP.
Ugh, gross. I mean, don't be wrong. Frog is a good-looking guy, but like, no, thank you. Also, he's engaged and I'm married. No.
Oh boy, it's getting close. This guy's using a machine gun.
Lava King saying I suck at computer.
Computer hard.
Right. Well, the Crusher's saying it's weird to look up Rule 34 streamers. That's how you get shit like people deepfaking streamers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a whole ethical discussion in itself.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I despise it, but on the other hand, all of these deepfakes of like Biden, Trump, and Bush playing COD or Call of Duty against each other, and all like being on chat against each other is kind of funny.
You saw the Uno one?
I haven't seen the Uno one. Shit, no.
That's new, I think. They're talking about Uno.
Is it the classic "You Have Uno"?
Yeah.
Like,
It's do you have Uno? You have Uno discussion.
You have Uno.
All right.
Okay, that's great. I do also like the "You Have Uno" version of the Resident Evil 8, where it's Heisenberg and Lady Dimitrescu.
Hmm.
And it's Heisenberg. It's Heisenberg just being like, "I don't have Uno, you big bitch." It's very funny.
Red Dragon says, "Yeah, I'm older than Matt."
Oh, okay.
No one's counting. I'm older than all of y'all.
Yeah. And Chris is saying, I'm turning 30 in May.
Oh, nice.
Not the youngest person I know, but
Nope. All right, I'm at like 30K now. Let's see if we can squeak a couple more wins in the arena out. Eventually, we're gonna need to get something that has more damage if we're gonna push further and make more money. But just for ease of progression, I want that machine gun. This is Twin Head B. It's kind of a cool looking setup.
Yeah, cool looking setup. Wacky ass emblem.
It's a dinosaur.
I was saying, now I feel like a baby because I'm only as old as the Armored Core franchise. To be fair, the Armored Core franchise isn't young either.
Yeah, and it technically was on hiatus for 10 years.
Yeah. It spent a decade on ice, so.
I was genuinely shocked at the Game Awards when they announced 6. I had a bingo card
too.
of a lot of things. That was not on my bingo card. Not even close.
Yeah, that was an out of left field. I didn't think. I thought FromSoft would have announced a Elden Ring DLC before it announced an Armored Core 6.
Yeah. I thought we would have seen Bloodborne 2 before we saw another Armored Core game.
Or even a Bloodborne port to
Yeah.
PC.
A remaster. Oh man, I really hope there's going to be a remaster on PC someday of that game.
I hope so too. But like, I know Sony's got some sort of exclusivity deal with it, so.
Yeah, that's why. I do love me some Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's fun. Like, once I finish Elden Ring first time through, I might go back to Bloodborne.
I haven't been able to catch your Elden Ring streams yet, just from like scheduling perspective. How far are you?
I have beaten Margit, and I've done a chunk of the stuff on the Southern Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I've done a couple like the little side bosses, like a couple of the caves. But I've not done any of the big bosses yet. Any of like the must-do to beat the game ones.
The progression line.
Yeah. Also, I've just been wandering around, like just trying out different little side stuff.
There's
I
a
might
lot
take
of
another
game.
shot at. Yeah.
There's a lot of game in there, man. Like I got
Yeah, there's tons.
story-wise, I think it was halfway through the critical path, and then I think Monster Hunter came out. But
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, I got to get back to Elden Ring at some point. Lava King says, or actually, Rira says, I heard rumors of Armored Core before the Game Awards. Apparently, some stuff about 6 did get leaked, but I hadn't been following like any of the subreddits or anything on Armored Core because the series to me was dead since 5th generation. So I was completely surprised when I saw the announcement. And a lot of people who'd just been, not paying attention to the series since 5th generation were equally surprised. And then all of a sudden, the subreddit kind of rose from the ashes as new people started showing up and old people started freaking out, saying, "Oh my God, it's happening! It's a Christmas miracle."
Yeah, that's absolutely what it felt like.
Yeah, there was some sort of early gameplay screenshots of like alpha build stuff that had apparently been circulating, so people knew about it. But I think a lot of the long-term fans of the series who just never really paid attention to it were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Although, other than Armored Core notwithstanding, what other older game series that hasn't had a release in a while would you like to see a release of again? Like a new game?
I feel like I have a lot of answers to that. A lot of properties from all sorts of different types of games. You know, fighting games, Darkstalkers. RPGs, Lufia.
Lufia, yeah. Lava King Saint Legend Dragoon, knowing full well that it was just recently re-released on PS4 and PS5. Red Dragon was Zone of the Enders.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I would have said Zone of the Enders too for mech games. Even though I haven't played any of the main ones, I've only played the one from Advance. I will be playing that on stream eventually. Fist of Mars, that's a really good game.
Yeah. I was going to say Golden Sun.
Yep.
Golden Sun is I would love to see a new Golden Sun game.
That's part of that upcoming Nintendo collection they're adding of all like the old games from the handheld era, Advance era.
Yeah.
Golden Sun's in there. I was really surprised to see that.
Yeah, like, it's Golden Sun. It's not day one, but it will be released later on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And simply put, if you have access to the Game Boy Advance on the Switch, play Golden Sun. It is so freaking good. Also, the sequel is good, and the DS game is good. All three Golden Suns are great.
I don't know what happened to that's a Nintendo-owned franchise, right?
Yeah, it's through Camelot Studios, and I think something happened to Camelot Studios.
I would sacrifice every single future Star Ocean installment if we got more Golden Sun. I know they're not the same company, but as far as RPGs go, if we jettison Star Ocean into the sun for more Golden Sun, I think that's a worthy sacrifice.
I would sacrifice every future Star Ocean iteration. That's the sentence. Oh no, Camelot is still doing stuff, but they're doing all the Mario sports games.
Oh.
That's why they're not doing Golden Sun, is because they're busy making Mario Golf Super Rush.
I saw a question. I don't know if it was from Lava King or from someone else because the chat was moving a little quick. I think it was asking about Xenoblade, since there's giant robots in that.
Oh, Xenogears.
Oh, Xenogears, the original. I have not played Xenogears. That was on the PlayStation era before when I got into a lot of the modern stuff. I actually have I was playing through it on Vita when they had the old version kind of classics re-release of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And hadn't gotten that far, but I know that's a pretty storied and acclaimed series.
Yeah. And I know Xenosaga. I've played a bit of Xenosaga, and of the Xenoblade games, I've only played Chronicles 2.
I played the first Xenosaga, and one of my friends was really into that. He played all of them. That's the one with Cosmos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one looked cool. I heard the second one was not as good.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that like you had to play all three to really play all three to get the whole story. It was like the Dot Hack games, where I played all the way through to played 1, 2, 3 and most of 4, and then I just hit a wall in difficulty.
Boy, that's a series I haven't heard about in a long time too.
Yeah, I did pick up the re-release of Dot Hack GU that was on the PS4, and then noted that it was just a re-release. It was barely a remaster, and there was no quality of life improvements. So I'm just like, man, I'm going to put this down for a while, and then I never picked it up.
Very faithful recreation of the exact same product, no improvements.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to load up another... I think this is a different company, but I'm pretty sure it's the same type of, hey, go solve this labor dispute with bullets type mission. This is Mirage now. It was Crest before. So basically, if you want to think about the three pillars, it's like Google, Amazon, and who'd the third be? Like Meta, yeah.
Oh, and Lava King saying, yeah, the G Collection made a 4th episode to it. I do remember that, but I didn't even get through the first game because, man, that's a lot of JRPG.
Considerable value, and we're unwilling to allow Kisaragi to corner the market.
Oh, that's right. Some of the missions from the companies are like, We need you to do this before the other company gets the advantage.
Yeah.
So it's basically corporate sabotage. Sabotage, espionage, and outright combat.
Yeah. A significant amount of fucking around and hopefully not finding out too hard.
It would be like if Amazon said, hey, Meta is developing this technology for VR, but we don't want them to get that because we want to do it first. And they send a bunch of people to blow up a bunch of Meta offices. That's pretty much what we're doing here.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
However, although Kisaragi agreed to this, they continue to mine the ore and are in clear violation of the arrangement that was settled upon. We want to avoid damage to the mine and its assets, but all Kisaragi personnel are to be removed from the facility.
Reed murdered.
Yeah. Reed Swiss cheesed.
Alright, we can take... Let's take someone who's in the middle. Let's take Coldheart. The sun.
With an ATST, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. I have a strong feeling that they'll keep the narrative of like major corporations at war in Armored Core 6. It'd be really funny if they do like real world parallels of this is clearly Tesla, or this is clearly Meta, or any of the other major
This is
corporations.
clearly Tencent.
Yeah. Kill them now. Show no mercy. This mission, you have some smaller targets running around, and then MTs. You can see the red pings on the map. Those are all my targets.
Reader said this Dot Hack book I really liked when I was younger called Dot Hack AI Buster. Oh shit, I remember that book. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember seeing it and holding it and reading it, and I just don't remember anything about it because it's been so long.
The only thing I remember about Dot Hack is the anime. Hack Sign.
Dot Hack Sign was from I never watched it actually. I only ever played the games, and read a little bit of the book, and some of like I did read some of like the 4-Koma manga.
It was pretty much like proto-gen isekai plot, you know, stuck in a video game.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was some of the first like stuck in a video game type plot. Although one would say, technically speaking, Monster Rancher
Yeah,
was a video game isekai.
that was a great series. I love Monster Rancher.
Yeah, Monster Rancher is great. It's hardly the first isekai, but isekai used to be like a shoujo manga, like fun fantasy, as opposed to a male power fantasy back in the day, like thinking like Magic Knights Rayearth and like stuff like that.
Man, I haven't thought about Magic Knights Rayearth in forever. It's a good pull.
Yeah. Oh, Lava King saying no, Tron was the first trapped in the game.
Hmm.
Yeah,
There you
technically
go.
speaking, yeah, Tron is technically an isekai.
Somebody send that to Froggy.
I mean,
He'd love to hear it.
I don't even think he'd dispute that one. Or I don't even think Wazoo would either.
Oh, it's not about dispute.
Yeah. Just about having that moment. Also, Lava King, remember the isekai Mar?
Mar. I do not. Can't say I'm super savvy on the isekai genre in general. Especially now, you know, how it's so common, but I've not heard of Mar. Is that an acronym?
Apparently came out in like 2003. And as a
Okay.
kid who looks like Sora from Kingdom Hearts if he had a mullet.
That would have been when I was in Earth School, and I watched a lot of anime between like 2002 and 2007. Fan subgroups.
Oh yeah, same.
Now, it's not an isekai, and I think I've talked about this before, but Final Fantasy Unlimited is one of the most disappointing series ever.
Yeah, it's lots of potential, not a lot done with it. Oh, Lava King saying if Rayearth and Magi had a baby, that's Mar. Okay.
Huh.
I've never watched Magi either, so
Wait, so is Isekai's just defined as person gets sucked into like another world and they've got to go through trials and tribulations in the world to like not die or whatever. Is that the definition now?
For Isekai or
For like Isekai in general. It's not just like a game. You're sucked into a game. It's just you're sucked into like another dimension.
it's
or
another
something.
world where the rules of that world are different.
Yeah, so I guess one of the earliest isekais I ever saw was Escaflowne.
Yeah, Escaflowne is absolutely an isekai. Like, because you go to the mystical moon world where there's mechas, like, and weird angel people. Also, Escaflowne was baller as hell, and I loved it.
Yeah, that was the style of that particular show was really cool, and the mechs were neat. They're like organic mechs. All right, we're getting close. If I sell that radar and the rifle, I wonder how much that gets me, because I won't need the rifle once I get the machine gun. $11,000. Oh, that's gonna be close. So that gets me about 56. This would be like 68-ish. I might be able to do one more mission and then get it. Let's save. Lava King says, I want more isekai like Rayearth and Escaflowne. Just give me an adventure, not some dumb power fantasy, or who can come up with the dumbest idea possible. I would say also the whole idea of like the isekai harem is getting kind of played out.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't even seen a lot of those. I just know it's very common. I think it's part of the power fantasy.
Yeah, it's part of the fact that isekais become the male power fantasy as opposed to the female adventure fantasy. Because Wazi's gonna say this, but Inuyasha, technically an isekai,
Yeah, I
is
agree.
very much Kagome going on an adventure, and like there's kind of a reverse harem, but not really, because it's not. It's very there's a one-person romance, and other people are like, oh yeah, no, Kagome, you're a pretty cool person. Like that's about it.
As far as we know,
But like no, like that's what we're looking for. Like, and if you're looking for a good, I don't know if it gets harem-y yet because I've only watched the first episode. I believe it's called Campfire Cooking with My Ridiculous Skill is the English name, but it's like Tondemo Skill. I can grab the full name. But it is very much, it is like a 27-year-old guy who gets isekai'd literally at the start of the first episode. They don't explain how. You don't look on anything about his previous life. And he gets brought into this world with a bunch of teenagers who get essentially convinced that they're all holy heroes. And this one guy, his superpower is he can use online shopping to buy stuff from from his world using the isekai world's currency. So he's just like, you know what, no, this king is sus, I'm not going to go help the heroes, I'm going to get the hell out of Dodge. And he just goes on adventures and makes food for a bunch of adventurers and just chills with them.
Yeah, Crusher says Campfire Cooking is good.
Yeah, I need to watch more of it. I hope maybe I'll watch some more of it tonight after stream, I haven't decided. Crusher also saying Truck-kun mayhaps. I also really want to read or watch apparently it's an anime of the guy who drives Truck-kun and he gets missions to isekai specific people into specific worlds.
Huh. Well, props for putting creative twists on the trope, I guess.
Yeah. And it'll almost inevitably be watched by me, but when Reborn as a Vending Machine becomes an anime, it'll probably end up on a watch list. Whether it be a watch list for me to watch it or an FBI watch list, take your pick.
We know whose watch list it's going to be on, whether she likes it or not.
Looks like
Oh yeah, she's gonna hate it. It's absolutely gonna end up being a Discord watch party thing.
Yeah, but Wazi's so familiar with the material now, she could totally make like an abridged series. She should do that.
She technically already has. She's already made an ipso facto on it. And we have what? We do have 3 volumes of the light novels. Thanks, crew, for that.
So this mission is the defend the arena one. It's basically a bunch of targets keep coming in waves, and we have one of the other AC pilots shows up to help. Let's see how much it's going to cost me in ammo. I'm running low.
Yeah, really low. Crush is saying, be careful, if Crew hears you, the similar light novels. Wazzy's already planning for Monday's stream to be reading the graphic novel written by Tyler Ninja Blevins about himself.
He wrote it? I thought it was just featuring him as a character.
No, he's one of the credited writers.
Ah. Well then.
Every page, like I flipped to random pages, there's not a single good page. It's gonna be an interesting stream to watch Wazzy try to stomach her way through that one.
So we were talking about power fantasies earlier, then you're basically textbook example.
Oh yeah, by far textbook example. I was just saying, of course he wants to make himself look good. I mean, that's his entire brand is I'm cool guy with blue hair, I'm good at things. No offense, Raku. Guy over here, VTuber over here with blue hair.
None
At least
taken.
you're not. Yeah.
I never tell people I'm cool.
Or that you're good at things.
No, I especially tell people I'm not good at things.
Your skills aren't up to par.
Everybody knows. They've seen the games I play.
Yeah. I know what you're doing. Gosh, he has blue hair. Next thing he'll tell me he has pronouns.
You're talking about Ninja?
I mean, maybe. His Ninja's pronouns are ninja. I don't know. Or no jutsu.
Believe it.
I would. Haha. And Lava King's saying there's a BMX biking anime called Ida-ten Jump, and do you remember the Canadian anime Isekai Spider Riders? I've heard of it, and it's come up on Assault Table sessions way back in the day.
That's the one that Pink chose. The main
Man, those
character,
characters sure do look.
they look. The spiders themselves look kind of cool, like little mecha spider creatures. But the main character, I think that's the one that they chose. Good lord, that's a character design and a half.
Yeah, it's a thing.
All right, let's see. We got like 3K for that. How much closer to our goal does that get us? It's about 51. I want to say I'm short like 10K. We're at the point in the arena where the AI is starting to get a little smarter. So might need to do a couple more missions. Fortunately, these lower level ones aren't terribly difficult, but unlike some of the later games, we're getting chump change for these. Escort I don't want to do escort mission. Let's defend the Nair Bridge.
Oh, Lava King with some hot Spider Riders lore that its opening was written by Drake.
Get out of here! Really?
That's ridiculous.
Like Canadian
Like the
superstar, the Drake.
Like the YOLO Drake.
Written but not performed by, I'm gonna assume, 'cause that's an old series, I think.
Yeah. Oh, we're drinking with another small Raku.
Yep.
Lava King saying the main character Spider Riders was named, I kid you not, Hunter Steel, and his anime spider was named Shadow. I'm gonna double check that. Spider Riders. I'm gonna look up stuff about Spider Riders now. God damn it. Not how I was expecting to spend a Armored Core.
Learning about Spider Riders?
Yeah, learning about Spider Riders. Opening themes, see music.
That's like the Western, like 4Kids name, though, right?
Nair Bridge, a work in progress, has been
He said Hunter.
seized by forces threatening to destroy
Hunter
the
Steel.
construction
That's a porn star name.
Yeah, that is.
The project is one of great importance, literally bridging the gap that is impeded
Okay.
between the two.
No, I don't think that's true because I'm looking at the North America opening themes called Calling All Spider Riders by Grayson Matthews Audio, Elizabeth Taylor, David Barbaro, Tom Weston, and Jason Gleed. Performed by Jason Gleed, Jason Dante's Bald Clip, and Annalise Narana. So no, Drake was not involved with this.
That's good to know, I guess. I see Red Dragon's
Yeah.
taking off. It is sleep time. All right, Red
It's 2
Dragon.
in the morning.
Thanks for hanging out so late. We will
Yeah,
do
it's
our
good
best
seeing ya.
to continue to fight giant robots with moderate levels of effectiveness.
Smugglers disguise themselves as
Have yourself a good night.
commandeered their MTs. The bridge's construction must not be delayed. Eliminate those holding it.
All right, same deal. We're fighting modified construction equipment.
A Raven. I guess they decided to ignore our warning. Squad, I want this AC turned into scrap.
Okay, buddy. If you say so.
System engaged.
There isn't much room to maneuver. Watch your footing.
Oh yeah, we don't want to fall off the bridge. I think that causes us to lose the mission instantly.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to float on top.
Nope.
No, seriously, look up Canadian anime. There's weird ones like Metajets and Kappa Mikey. I've heard of Kappa Mikey. Never watched it, but I've heard of it.
I was gonna say you're telling Matt about Canadian series.
There was a large gap where I didn't really watch a lot of Canadian-made animation. I can say right now I don't watch a lot of Canadian-made animation, mostly because there's not a lot of it.
Yeah. They call it anime up there.
I wish that's great. I'm not even mad about that joke. That's a good one. I can't possibly be mad. That's funny.
That one's free.
Although a lot of anime as we know, was dubbed up here. There's a lot of the Dragon Ball Z dubs that were done in Vancouver.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep, ran out of energy. Think I'm gonna lose.
Leaving area. Aborting mission.
Leaving area, leaving life.
They blew the bridge on me. Forgot they can do that.
Lava King saying 10% of Canadian animation is actually good. Depending on the era, like Reboot was Canadian animation. And it was, I would argue, revolutionary for its time.
Man, not only did they ding me in cost for that, I don't get to try the mission again.
Aw, boo.
I think it's still there, but I don't get to retry it from the menu. And they ding me with a cost hit.
Ah, that sucks. Oh, and Johnny. Yeah, but dub group Ocean doesn't do anime anymore. They just did the Barbie movies and Johnny Test.
That has impeded trade between the two neighboring those holding the bridge.
I was just saying, are you familiar with the Canadian sci-fi show called Blake Halsey? Blake Halsey High.
A
I'm
Raven.
not.
I guess they decided
That's
to
a name.
ignore our warning.
Yeah, that really is.
Squad, I want
Strange
this AC
Days at
turned
Blake
into
Halsey
scrap.
High. No, I do not know that one.
System engaged.
I remember a lot of Canada-produced shows, not animation per se, but stuff that was on Nickelodeon, like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
That was a good
I
show.
absolutely remember Are You Afraid? Toad Patrol. Creepy Stories is one I remember. Total Drama Island technically was, although that's well past like when I was watching it, so like, but I know about it.
Ooh. Need to replace that generator. Forgot that the shoulder buttons, the triggers, will give me up and down panning. But I think Last Raven might have right analog. I hope.
Yeah,
Nice.
I hope for your sake. Also, Meeting Ian, Mailville Mystery, and Tales. I remember Tales from the Crypt Keeper, the third one you said there.
That's Canadian?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's Canadian made and that a lot of people don't realize. Like 80% of the CW is Canadian made.
Is that what the C stands for?
Maybe. Canadian Wilds. That's what the CW's for. Although it's all done in Vancouver. Like, Flash, Arrow, almost all Supernatural. I think Riverdale was too.
Bakugan was made by Canada and Japan, huh?
Ugh, that explains it.
Hmm.
Oh, you're saying, bye, Matt and Raku. I'm getting off work. Thanks for the entertaining stream and have a good night. Hey, you as well.
All right, dude. Have fun at work. I'll definitely catch you in the next one.
Yeah. Oh, X-Files. I forgot X-Files was filmed in Canada.
Not produced. Produced by Canada, though. Filmed there?
Yeah, it was filmed there, though. Well, so was The Last of Us. Last of Us was filmed in my hometown. And around my hometown. You can actually go on the Tourism Alberta website, and they'll give you a map of where different things were filmed.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah. A lot of King saying it's cheaper to film in Vancouver. That's true, because Canadian dollar's always been worse than the American dollar, so it's cheaper in that aspect. And secondly, British Columbia has a very, very good tax credit for film crews, and Alberta's just getting on that bandwagon now. Like, that's why we got The Last of Us.
Huh. I did not know that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And like we can say, and Toronto, I was able to be an extra in Suicide Squad. Oh, the first Suicide Squad film. I mean, cool that you're an extra, but
Yeah, but
for your sake, I wish it was a better film.
Yeah. All right. I've acquired machine gun.
That is legit cool, though. I remember I did have the opportunity to be an extra, like, because I remember I've had the opportunity to be extra on a few things, just because all the stuff that gets filmed around here. The new series of Fargo was also filmed in my hometown.
Oh.
And I remember when the applications for being an extra on that came up.
You didn't go for it, though?
I couldn't. I didn't have the time.
Ah.
I was working. I was very much working a 9 to 5 that would give me absolutely no leeway to do that. Oh, Levin said I enjoyed the Suicide Squad, both of them. I enjoyed the Birds of Prey. I haven't watched the new Suicide Squad though.
Birds of Prey was good. The first Suicide Squad has a lot of issues. I think. Oh, I like the style and presentation, but so much of that movie falls apart when you look at it closely.
Yeah, that's honestly my gripe with it as well. This is just it's.
I've heard the second one's good though.
Yeah, I've heard the second one is much better. Good enough
Right.
that it was good enough that friggin' John Cena got his own spin-off series as a Peacemaker.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with Cena.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Oh, let me see. Well, extra's a strong word. I more or less snuck on set.
But are you visible in the movie?
Yeah. Were you filmed? I remember there's one point I was vacationing in Vancouver with my family, and we were just walking down the street, and we accidentally walked through a commercial filming for a beer commercial. I think it was Bud Light. It wasn't filming, but we absolutely just wandered through the set accidentally.
Oh, that'd be funny if it was filming and you're just randomly in a beer commercial.
Yeah, teenage Matt. I love him saying he was during the Batmobile chase.
I've seen pictures of teenage Matt. He looked like he could have been a character on a WB show.
Oh, probably, yeah. I had that look about me.
Alright, let's see how far we can get in the arena with this machine gun.
Yeah.
I didn't have much to contribute to that fight other than spray and pray. But it will get you far, both mission-wise and progression-wise, just so you can make some money.
Yeah, because that's honestly the more important part.
Signal.
Power Ranger is a character in tomato drama.
I don't
Can
know
you
what tomato drama
elaborate?
is. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, what are you talking about over there?
That's some stopping power. What is that? Rifle? Man. Whew. That's a lot of heat damage. Oh, total drama.
Oh, Total Drama Island. The Blue Ranger from Down with Thunder is the bubble kid from Total Drama Island. Oh, okay.
This is the dude that showed up to assist us in the arena mission, I think. Gornica.
Yeah.
I like that emblem.
That's
That
a
emblem's
fun-
cool.
Is a cool emblem, and man, the head on that bot is funky. That's a funky looking bot.
Looks like a radar tower head.
Yeah.
Or like a siren head. Weapon arms are cool. Those are, I think those are laser cannon arms.
Yeah.
I mostly want to just get money to start upgrading the core parts of our build here.
Yeah.
Because it handles like a big stack of cement bricks. And
Yeah, it's a little slow. A smidge, even.
this particular AC is a little bit lighter as far as the AP goes.
He's trying to jump, but he's stuck in the doorway.
Ah, sucks for
Light
you,
him
buddy.
off. Haha, what a loser.
I think there was split screen multiplayer like versus mode in this. I don't think there was co-op. That didn't show up till a bit later. Not that I knew anybody else who played these games back in the day. Vice.
That's also a really cool logo. Like
Firefly.
the little buzz bug.
That would have been a good one for my emblem. Maybe I'll steal
Yeah.
that.
Yours now.
Assuming I win.
I mean, this just shows the faith I have in you.
Pro strats.
The proest of strats. The pro strats. Feed the enemy bullets.
Oh. Gotcha. No, I see Crusher's also heading out for the evening. All right, Crusher.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in
Good night.
and hanging out. Have yourself a good night. might be able to get to D rank. Each lettered rank, I believe, is a free part.
Oh man, that's not far away then.
Twin Head W. This is the sister of the other dinosaur.
Makes sense.
Oh no, this is the younger brother.
Oh.
We took the sister out first, I guess. That's a cool build. The quad
Yeah,
legs.
it's actually a really neat looking build.
I like the color too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a save reminder from Lava King. All right, I'll save after this. I've been doing that
Yeah.
periodically, especially after I got the machine gun.
Oh yeah, you need to save that point.
I don't want to have to do
And
that
that-
grind again.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, Johnny Test wasn't bad. It was Kids WB, but the moment Canada got it, it was insufferable. I mean that's fair.
Wow, this one has heat weapons on it. Woo! Got my life lead. Wow, that's close. I think for mitigating overheat status, you have to invest in a good radiator. That's what that part's for.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I think it slows the accumulation of that heat gauge, and I think it speeds up how fast you cool off. I think. So find out. Alright, they've got this for clearing out that Mirage mission. Ooh. Royal Mist. This is like the rank 3? 2 or 3? Are you familiar with the name Fixer? If you get any mail from him, I recommend taking his advice. This is a warning from me to you. Fixer. I've not heard from anyone named Fixer yet. Oh, there you go. Here. We're close. Next up, Pylon. Must construct additional of these.
Oh, StarCraft. Oh, also you can unsmall Raku.
Ed has been there for like 25 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been there for a hot minute.
That one was free.
There's a lot of free small Raku there.
Alright, Pylon. Tower of Wind. Afraid of heights, huh?
Don't slip.
Another reverse jointed biped. I haven't looked at the parts. Maybe after we get some more cash, we can go in the garage and look and see what's available to buy. There's a lot of stuff out there. I just didn't bother looking because I couldn't afford anything.
And you're just chewing off like hundreds of his life per second with this thing. This thing is just rude.
Yeah, this machine gun's really good. Like, you can use it the entire game, I think. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. That's right stick. Why are you standing on me, sir? That is rude. Trying to track flying targets, the triggers to go up and down panning is very difficult. I'm not good at it. Stay in my sights, you sucker.
And if this had more of multiplayer, that's how you win a multiplayer. Is just
It's a classic PvP trope of stuck looking at the ground.
it's the odd job mechanic from GoldenEye 007.
There you go. Oh man, I cannot turn around fast enough. Oh, draw? Ah. Oh no, this gives me the loss. Lava King says, I'm starting Bloodborne. Any tips? Be aggressive.
Yeah, like it's a game that rewards being aggressive.
Partly because a lot of the combat is faster than all the other Souls games, but because of the rally mechanic. If you take a hit, there's a certain amount of time after you take said hit, or if you hit the enemy, you'll regain back some of that lost health. And so
Yeah.
it really pushes for like an in-your-face aggressive type of fighting style. Also, learn how to parry. Guns.
Yeah, that's a game that super rewards parrying.
Yep. And it's fun.
Yeah, I'll fully admit I am terrible at parrying in Elden Ring. I suck at it.
Oh, yeah, that takes some practice.
Yeah, to the point where I'm just like, I'm willing to just be like, I'm just gonna fucking whip my clothes off just so I can get to a light load, just so I can dodge better.
What weapon build did you take in Elden Ring?
Started with the bandit. I have the twin blade that I've been playing around with, and I really like it. And I just got the claws,
Nice.
so I'm going like a high dex build is my plan.
I think I went Dex. I don't remember because it's been so long. I was at the point where I'd gotten to one of the areas where you could farm. So I was farming up a lot of runes to kind of prioritize certain stats. That's what I was doing when I stopped. I see Lava King asks, what in regards to the Bloodborne strategies? I think the game explains the rally system. I can't remember. I haven't played Bloodborne in quite some time.
It explains it extremely vaguely. Like the tutorial stuff is not hugely as well explained as it could be.
All you need to know is hit things as much as possible.
Yeah, hit fast, do many dodge.
I like the emblem for Caster here. That Cactuar is being held hostage.
That poor Cactuar.
Tank type. Slow and heavy, but very, very durable.
Yeah. Oh, said no, sorry. My connection visited you guys went silent before talking about parrying. Oh, yeah, we're talking about parrying.
Yeah,
rally.
in Bloodborne, the guns are used as a way to parry things. I don't remember. I think I used the blunderbuss first. It was more like a shotgun, I think. But you can go pistol parry. The real key is knowing when to pop the shots off to stagger the enemy, and then go for like the visceral attack or whatever. And then
Yeah.
get like the big hit. I went axe. I went trick axe first in Bloodborne. Kind of a noob choice, especially with the spin to win, but it was a lot of fun. I like that weapon.
I really need to go back to Bloodborne.
Did you beat it?
Oh no, I barely got into it. I'll be 100% real. Like, I need to go back to it as in like it's a game that I want to get. I want to get better at, because now, especially now that I've been playing Elden Ring, I'm like, maybe I can do Soulsborne games. I just need to be more patient with them.
I will say that I haven't played through all of Bloodborne. It's a great experience. I love the design and aesthetic of that game. The DLC is brutally difficult, though. Fair warning. It's really cool, but it is hard. It is very hard. Still holding out hope. We'll get another one someday.
Yeah, someday. Well, I was saying I'm not a fan of the Soulsborne and Souls system. Well, that's fair. Like, I wasn't for the longest time either.
Definitely takes some getting used to. I've not played all the games. I've played Dark Souls 1, like half of Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. I haven't played DS3 or Sekiro or Demon Souls, actually.
I played once again only through like the first boss of original Demon Souls on the PS3. But I never and I played a bit of Dark Souls 1. I've never played 2 or 3. Never played Sekiro.
I love Dark Souls 1. That's one of my top 10 favorite games. I played the original version on 360 up to Blighttown, and that's where I stopped. And then I didn't beat it till I got it on PC much later.
Ah, that's fair.
We're talking about performance issues. Whew.
I was saying I beat Dark Souls 2 and 3 with some mods. My favorite boss is Elome. I don't know that.
Me neither.
I don't know many of the bosses. I would say I know who my favorite boss so far is in Elden Ring, but I'm not that far in. It's I forget their exact name. It's the Leonin Misbegotten. That was a fun fight.
Is that one of the like optional dungeon bosses?
Yeah, Castle Morn on the south end of the peninsula. Of the southern peninsula. Yeah, there's the Leonin Misbegotten. He rewards you with a sword made of swords. It's basically the game. It's the Game of Thrones, like the Iron Throne, if it was a sword. But the problem is I'm a dex build, so I will never use it.
Oh.
But you need to beat it to finish the questing in and around Castle Morn. Because like on the way there, you get a quest to get a letter from this girl to give to her father, who's up at the top of one of the towers of castle. Mm-hmm. And he's like, but I can't leave here because I need to get the sacred sword back. But if you beat the boss, as the sacred sword, he's like, oh, you have it, you'll protect it. I'm gonna go see my daughter, and they get to have a happy ending, and you get a wicked sword out of it, and a lot of experience. Have you gotten like a really good place to farm smoldering butterflies?
Oh yeah. How much of the summon, like, is it the ashes, have you found?
I've only found a couple of the summons. I have the wolves that you get right off the bat, and I have the headless knight guy. Although the headless knight I can't actually summon because I don't have enough mana.
There's some really good ones that make a lot of some of the later areas easier to deal with.
Yeah. Also, there's the building up, or doing the quest for the one maiden to get her to become the spirit tuner.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's probably my main focus right now, is that, even over getting all the way to Godric.
Alright, so you're, like, outside the castle-ish area?
Oh, I've gone into the castle, I just got my ass whooped. Like, repeatedly.
I gotcha. I'm gonna die again.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing Saturday morning, because that's probably what I'm gonna be streaming, is more Elden Ring. That's probably why you haven't seen me play it, because I play it Saturday mornings.
Yep, I am very rarely awake that early.
Lots of people are, like, not awake or coherent at that point. But that also means that no one else is streaming. That means I get to... I'm not interrupting anybody.
That's right. I'm gonna give this fight a couple more tries. I might have to come back with some better gear. Nothing else, a better radiator. This dude's lighting me up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need a bit. Yeah, you're heating up so freaking fast here.
And it's just free damage. I wonder what that is. Maybe a rifle? A heat rifle, maybe?
That might be it.
Oh. I think the energy blade weapons are a decent amount of heat too. Yeah, alright. Move back for you, buddy. Lava King says, I'd buy Elden Ring only if it's on sale.
That's fair.
I'm sure it goes on sale a lot.
Often enough. I don't know if when it was purchased for me it was on sale, but
Are you playing it on PC or on console?
PC.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
gifted to me on Steam.
Is it a gift, Matt? Is it really?
I don't know. I've been having fun with it.
Ooh, we got a new generator for free. Huzzah.
Sweet.
We'll see how much better that is.
Upgrade that shit.
Oh, we did get some emails from Fixer.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking smack, huh? Ah, I see. So this was the, hey, we're going to be fighting soon. And this is the, hey, you suck. I think you
That's
get a
rude.
different message if you beat him on his first try. Okay, assembly, generator. Okay, it's worst red zone and calorific value, which I honestly don't remember what that is. A little bit heavier, but look at the output change and maximum charge.
That's so much better.
Yeah, that's definitely better. Maybe we can look at a radiator. Because cooling, that cooling rating is what... Cooling and force cooling, I remember the difference, but I think that's related to how fast that heat gauge dissipates when you get lit up.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go take a look at the things in the shop. Not that I think we can afford many of them right now. Alright, we got 42k. Might be able to get something.
Yeah, maybe. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's an upgrade. Upgrade's an
Yeah.
upgrade.
Is there a way to show comparison to what I've got, though? I'm not seeing anything that lets me compare. That's a problem, because that means I have to back out and look at the specs on what I've got.
Yeah.
Ah,
A lot of quality of life things that could have been done.
yeah, this is old.
Also, Lava King wants some PS5. Wazzy's in here going, Matt, Tim Horton says coconut drinks. Yeah, I heard about that they have like a vanilla coconut coffee.
Is that bad? Oh, Wazzy doesn't like coconut.
Wazzy despises coconut.
That's too bad. Coconut is very tropical and tasty. I don't like coconut water, mind you, but like coconut flavors and other things I like.
Yeah. I don't mind coconut. I actually like coconut in a lot of cases. But, like, there's such a thing as too much coconut.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think I have to remember my specs and then come up with something and buy it. I think you could still sell stuff back at full value, though. So if I buy the wrong one, I can just sell it. I won't lose money.
Yeah. Lava King saying, my biggest hesitation with Elden Ring is my ADHD brain can't stick to a build style. Like 20 hours in a dex build, I'll suddenly want to be like, I want magic. I'm having that problem 10 hours in. Where I'm just like, man, I got a cool magic staff. I want to use it, but I can't because I'm trying to do a dex build.
I think there's some flexibility as far as being able to look at stats and whatnot. I don't know. I think it was primarily focused on a combat melee dex build, not a ton of magic.
Yeah, like I think I'm 1 point short of being able to technically wield magic. I just don't. So I'm trying to get my dex and, well, I'm trying to get my endurance up, mostly just for more stamina and being able to carry more, just so I can have the armor I have, but then still be considered a light load, so I can dodge better.
Yeah, being able to have mobility and evasion is always nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I selected, pretty decent, lot of force cooling. Okay, that'll help. Which means you can sell you. Sell you. Now, let's look at legs. Think mobility. Moving ability. What is our moving ability right now? It's got to be low. $280? Turning ability. Or turning speed, rather. That's what I would like to improve. Turning ability, or moving ability, turning speed.
Also, Wazzy, if you're looking at Tim Hortons stuff, I won't say no to a donut.
By the way, since you're there, landing stability, that's another one. I think your sort of recoil when you hit the ground, that's what that stat is.
Yeah, your flinch.
Yep. All right. It's 280. Energy defense and cooling. Oh, I didn't look at the AP. Well, I can't afford that anyway. I think a lot of these are going to be expensive. High mobility.
Yeah.
30,000. We could do these legs. The MLM MX 66. What else we got? We'll go through the whole.
Multi-level marketing.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Said nobody. This looks lightweight. Same with this one. Now we got the thick boys.
Oh, the big chonkers.
Yeah, I'm not going heavy build in this game.
Nah. You're already slow enough as it is.
Kind of similar to the build we had in For Answer. A lot of these models and whatnot were kind of repurposed, so you'll see similar designs.
Yeah, some ones that were slightly updated.
Reverse joints. Reverse joints are cool. Super light, heavier version. Mid. Now we got quads. Highly mobile. Could go quad. I didn't really think too much about that at this point in the game, but I can't afford these. Look at the moving ability.
I like this jump function is provided.
Yeah, it's because some of the, I think, hover ones don't, because they have a built-in booster. That's what that is. So this one has pretty good moving ability and turning speed. What else we got? I might go with these. I can afford them. Not. A little bit less. Then we got thick boy quad legs. Thicker boy quad legs. Tanks. And now these are the hovers. So see how these say jump function none, like the tank ones and the hover ones? That's why.
Oh, yeah. Can't jump with no legs.
Oh, here's the hover ones, rather. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
It looks like almost like a helmet.
Yeah. It's basically like a flying hovercraft, like a speeder bike type of lower body. And then you have this one, that one arena guy was using.
Yeah.
The jet engine tube. There's one like this in For Answer, but it was more like a tank. This is...
Yeah.
You want to go fast. And now we're at the top. I think I'm going to go quad. Let's play around at quads for a bit. $28.55. I wonder if I have enough money to replace my sword. Oh, I could.
Yeah. Might as well, you know?
Special Wave Energy Laser Blade. I think this is the one that shoots. One of these, in addition like that slashing animation, it shoots like a shockwave force.
Okay, that's cool, though.
Let's see. Anything's gonna be better than what we got now. Let's go for speed. Oh, I'm gonna have to sell the other one first. Yeah, okay. Overweight. How much overweight? Oh, like 400. What's so heavy?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm gonna need something with a higher overall burden. Hey, Snake's here. Snake has redeemed a hydrate, a stretch, and a swear timer. All right.
The whole shebang. Hello, Snake.
Is Wazzy still here? We can make the swear timer apply to her too.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, but it'd be funny.
It'd be pretty funny.
All right, I gotta sell that back. I forgot. I need to keep an eye on the leg overall load, otherwise we'll be overweight. What parameter is that? Not weight. Well, max weight? I think that's what that is, max weight. Let's go with this one. A little bit fat, a little bit thicker. I can't afford it. Oh, I'm really short, but I just what do you think, Matt? Should I just sell the regular legs that I've got? These blow. Like, we'll be able to get something better than this.
Yeah, you have to be able to get something that's marginally better.
Okay. Oh man, 3 short.
No.
Well, and I sold them too. Right now I have no legs.
No, you gotta get something.
Did we get anything else? No, we got the generator from the arena. We got the rocket launcher, or missile launcher. We sold the other one. I could sell this, and then I just lose my sword.
Yeah.
And then we can maybe make some progress and then buy back a better one later. I just want to do that.
Yeah.
I just have nothing. It also will lower the weight cost too. Snake says, "How does the robot fights go?" Well, pretty decently. We're making
Not terribly.
making our way through the missions and the arena. We're trying to outfit our hardcore here with some not stock garbage. Yeah, this is the thing that it started. We started with 25K. Okay, now we got legs. Let's test it out.
Test mode
Sweet.
engaged.
Snake said it just finished watching a 12-episode anime. Well, what, one? There's a,
In one shot?
yeah, in one shot. Also, do you realize how little that narrows it down? There's a lot of 12-episode animes, but dude,
Our generator recovery rate is much better. That's good. And already, it might not be apparent just from the stream, but the amount of mobility just on the ground with these quad legs is night and day compared to those default ones I was using. Good lord.
yeah. Hey, you're just flying in comparison.
Like, the ability to circle strafe is so much easier. Still got to be careful about landing. I might have to upgrade my FCS next. Something that's going to give me a little bit more... a little bit more range on sighting in on things. Lava King says, I want a Guilty Gear anime by the people doing Trigun. You folks ever see the trailer for the Guilty Gear X anime?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
It's like weirdly half dubbed in English and Japanese. And I don't remember who animated it. It looks really cool, and I think it takes place in like during the story of the first game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's on YouTube. You can hear like the really kind of weird, clunky English dubbing mixed with like Japanese dubbing.
Yeah. Which is aggressive. That's very Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I would totally watch an anime based on that.
I wouldn't say no.
Maybe then the plot would make sense.
We can dream.
All right, let's save here. Now we'll go back and see if our core parts make dealing with the heat against Fixer a little easier. And if not, we'll do more missions.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to
Yeah, Lava
upgrade.
King's saying that's an OVA I wish was made in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, was it ever actually developed into an OVA though? Or was it just like a
I think it
teaser
was.
trailer for the OVA?
Yeah, it was just like a teaser thing for the OVA slash for the game itself.
Yeah. I don't know if it was ever actually produced into like a full multi-episode thing.
Or even a single episode thing.
I feel like Blaze Blue would be an interesting anime series too, since the story of that game is also very confusing.
Oh yeah.
They haven't made a new one of those in a while.
Oh, yeah, in a hot minute.
Ouch. Oh man, that was close. I think this is doable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely doable. It's just a matter of like,
Yeah, not taking a lot of heat damage.
yeah.
Not getting heated.
Hot-headed even. Nick Sing goes, the Devil May Cry anime is surprisingly great. Surprisingly great. The main reason I watched it was the inspiration for my D&D character.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Where does that take place? Is it like the origins, like with 3? Or does it take place later?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah. I never saw it. I just remember hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta play DMC5. On stream specifically. Now they got the new setup. Since it looks like I might be waiting to do like an extended series of streams with Wild Hearts, maybe I will do DMC. Either that or we can just do kind of one-off stuff until RE4 comes out next month.
Yeah, because, well, RE4 is coming out in late March. Correctly.
Is that after we leave?
It comes out after we leave.
Ah, alright, fine.
It's gonna have to wait till April, my dude. Trust me, I was thinking the same thing. Worst case scenario, I was deeply considering picking up a copy of Biohazard 4 Remake out there.
There might be some promo stuff for it in support of the release.
That's actually something I was thinking about as well.
Lava King says, Raku, please try Mega Man Battle Network. I have played the old ones on handheld a long time ago. I've got my eye on the collection since that comes out in April. I think April. I know, I don't know if Ladybug is still here, but she was playing those. I was talking to her on her stream about more recent ones. Those are cool games. It's neat to see them like releasing like those collections for them so people can try them out.
Also, the first thing I looked up when I looked up Resident Evil 4 Remake Collector's Edition in Japan, it came out with the Collector's Edition, which looks amazing.
Yeah, what does it come with?
It comes with, it looks like a mini map, actual map of the area. It comes in like a attaché case. Comes with like a little booklet. Comes with a statue of Leon, like in coat with shotgun. It looks really good. Downside,
remember
it's
that
around 40,000.
I think it was the original version way back in like the 2000s that came out, where you could get Leon's coat.
I think so, yeah. No, that was a side thing. It wasn't like a special edition thing, but there was definitely a thing that you can get Leon's coat. What I remember from the original RE4 was the chainsaw-shaped controller. That thing was hilarious.
Uh-oh, I'm out.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeepers, even. Hey, what other... see if there's anything else for... Oh, apparently, the RE4 remake is also getting a free VR mode. I should let Ramen know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he'll be all over that.
Have you been watching like the upcoming like promo and stuff for the release that they've been showing off? Ooh, wow!
I've seen a couple of the clips. I saw the parry maneuver that you can do as Leon.
Yeah.
You can actually parry a melee attack and combo that into a roundhouse kick. Oh, that looks so good.
I don't know if you saw, but I ended that fight with 20 AP. 20.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Sorry. Holy crap!
I won with missiles.
The only HP that matters is the last one.
Oh, no response. I guess we'd have to beat the guy in the first attempt.
Yeah. You know, it'd be funny if they remade RE6. If they remade RE6 in the style of like all the remakes, it might actually be a good game. But only vaguely, really.
If they get there, since they seem to be doing all of them in order, I want to know how they're gonna do 5.
I'd be interested to see how they do 5. I love 5. I actually picked up the collector's edition of that on the 360 when it came out.
There is some stuff thematically to navigate with 5.
Yeah.
They could probably make it good, but I think they'd have to change a lot.
Yeah, they'd have to do a lot of work.
this one has dual chain guns, basically aping my setup from 4-Answer. My Yellow Jacket setup. Wow, it's a DPS race. I think it's winnable, but
Oh yeah.
one machine gun versus... I don't think those are firing at the same time. I don't think you can do simultaneous back parts in this. I don't think. But hand machine gun versus big Gatling gun.
Yeah.
But it does fire slower though. Fire slower but more damage.
Yeah. Man, I really have to play RE5 again. Also, I was saying, please try Mega Man Battle Network. The Mega Man Battle Network slaps. I'm so stoked for the Legacy Collection coming out.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Advance Wars 1 and 2 is finally has a release date.
Oh, the reboot camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be picking that up when it comes out. Did you see in the last Direct, like when they're talking about the old series coming back, it was mentioned that they're bringing the Etrian Odyssey collection to Switch. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
You gotta play those games, man. Those games are awesome.
Yeah, I've never played the Etrian Odyssey. The closest I've played is Persona Q, which is the Persona version of Etrian Odyssey.
Yep. Same engine.
Yeah, same engine. It played all right.
The Etrian Odyssey games are like one of the truest nod to old school RPGs. They're simple, but challenging. They're very challenging, especially the older ones.
Yeah. I don't know. The next re-release I'm guaranteedly picking up outside of remake of 4 is
Prime?
Dokapon Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
Yep.
get Dokapon.
You said that one has online, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
That's gonna be one of those ones that. It's funny because Ramen was in my last stream. We were talking about Dokapon Kingdom, and he didn't know about it. I'm like, man, you gotta play this game, man.
You thought Mario Party was the friend killer. Oh no.
No, Dokapon ends relationships. Like,
Yeah.
but it's so fun.
That could be good content.
Yeah. King, what is it even? Is Dokapon is Monopoly as a JRPG? That's honestly a great way of putting it. Actually, no, it's it's like JRPG meets Mario Party. It's the best way to describe it. That is the best way.
Yeah, it's very much Mario Party-esque, is that you're playing on like a board, but instead of like mini games and stuff, it's more RPG focused, and the potential for shenanigans in that game is insane.
Yeah. Another good, technically classic series that is Monopoly, but Monopoly Mario Party, Fortune Street.
I have not heard of that one.
That one's very literally just Monopoly, where it's buy properties, up the value of said properties, and like get rent and the like, but it also includes some other like very Mario Party-esque mechanics to it. There's a version on the Wii, and it's like a Mario it's Mario and Dragon Quest are the characters. On Snake saying, man, it's crazy to me that Street Fighter 6, whoever gets first place gets $1 million.
That's for Evo,
For
right?
the next, yeah, for Evo.
Well,
Also, Raku, did you see they announced, or they showcased three more characters for 6?
I was watching the tweet when you called me. I didn't get a chance to see the Cammy reveal, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Zangief,
Zangief,
Cammy,
man.
and Lily.
Yeah.
Much love for Zangief. Apparently, Cammy's new super is a callback to the 1994 Street Fighter anime,
Okay.
where she does like the handstand on the arm, twist around, and pulls him into a into a lock, a headlock.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to say a shout out to the old 90s live action movie.
Oh, thank God, no.
Do you
Thank
remember
God,
who
no.
played Cammy in that movie?
I don't actually.
Kylie Minogue.
Really?
Ah, look it up.
Holy shit. That's not the name I expected you to say. I don't know what name I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
Yep.
Yeah, because Jean-Claude Van Damme, Oh Julia, of course.
Ming-Na. She played
And Ming-Na
Chun-Li.
Wen as Chun-Li. Yeah, Kylie Minogue as Cammy. What the hell?
Lava King says, who? You don't know legendary pop star singer and actress Kylie Minogue?
Yeah, she
Clearly not, but yeah, she's... I don't
and
think
she was
that's
also a host on one version of The Voice. I just don't remember which.
that Street Fighter movie is probably not considered the peak of her film career, but it was there.
That's not considered the peak of film. Like, it's not good. It's objectively not good film.
Oh no.
It's
But Raul Julia was having fun. He was a pretty good Bison, just how ridiculous he decided to play it. Just, really, if you're going to be in a Van Damme movie, you might as well go like full camp.
yeah. Also, I don't know if you ever heard of the movie Future Cops.
Future Cops. For
It
Time
is
Cop.
Nope. This one's Future Cops. It is a 1993 Hong Kong action comedy film loosely based on the Street Fighter franchise.
Who was in it?
Andy Lau, Jackie Chung, Aaron Kwok. Like, it's all Hong Kong stars of that time. It was completely filmed in Hong Kong, 95 minutes, and has easily one of the funniest Street Fighter like dressed up fights in it. And try to find a clip of it and send it to you.
Yeah, please do. It sounds pretty wacky. All right. Looking at the layout here in Laird, we've got some new missions here, and these will be a little bit easier to do now that we've got the machine gun. I guess we can do defend testing grounds first. We have to destroy I think this is a flying inbound bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Lava King says, I bet you didn't know the cartoon is a sequel to the live action movie for Street Fighter. We don't really talk about the cartoon.
Recently,
The cartoon wasn't great either.
Yeah, the cartoon was. The cartoon has one great clip from it, and that's M. Bison going, yes!
Yep, the meme.
Yes!
The everything is lies with Cammy's pretty funny too.
Yeah.
But the real question is, which one was worse, the Street Fighter cartoon or the Mortal Kombat cartoon? Mortal Kombat one was pretty bad too.
It was pretty bad. I mean, Sonya just going around, it's combat time.
Yes, Sonya, it's always combat time. Thank you.
Except for the one time that she said combat time, and I think it was Jax just put his hand on her leg and just went, no.
I think there was one episode where they did nothing but bully Jax because he used to be a fat kid.
That tracks for 90s cartoons.
Yeah, well, not really a good fit for like, hey, we're gonna have a moral in a story where we kill people, or a story in a series based off a game where you kill people, rather.
Yeah.
According to sources we will not disclose,
Stealth bomber.
they
Yep.
intend to infiltrate a stealth bomber into Aiden City and disrupt scheduled test exercises. If the attack succeeds, our reputation is ruined. Destroy the bomber before it reaches the testing ground.
Oh, this will be no problem, given I can't really fly.
System engaged.
It looks like they've sent an advanced element. Take them out.
helicopters. Where is the target? This is one of those missions where I think if you can get close and just use a sword, you can wipe the target out in one shot. If you don't, you have to actually hit it with your weapons. You're shooting at me. Rude.
Yeah, Raiden was pretty snarky. They were just trying to sell Mortal Kombat toys, basically.
Mission update. The bomber will be in range.
The Final Fight crossover episode. What? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
because
remember
doesn't Cody show up?
A
Show up?
bomber? Nothing was ever said
that.
about
Yeah,
that.
because Cody was also Cody was like crossover with like Street Fighter too.
We can't stop the exercise now. Take out
Cody
that
was
bomb.
everywhere.
Do not see said bomber. Where is it?
And Jackie Chan dressed as Chun-Li in the live-action City Hunter movie.
I remember that.
Yeah. Also, I did find that clip. I threw it in Discord for later. I will throw it into Wazzy's Discord as well, because man, it is a thing.
Were they going for like a legally distinct things? I can see the screenshot on my other screen.
They went for legally distinct enough that Capcom couldn't sue the shit out of them.
Eh.
But no, I believe they called Guile Groom Man because of his hair.
Ah.
Yeah, and they're legally distinct enough. At one point, Goku shows up in the final fight.
Sure. Sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
like OG Dragon Ball Goku.
Oh man, I don't think I have enough energy to actually get on top of that thing. If you completely deplete your energy after redlining it, you have to wait for the whole thing to recharge too, which kind of blows.
Oh, that sucks.
Where'd it
Say
go?
saying that's the 90s for you. Back then, you can make so many legally distinct things. What's the movie called? Future Cops.
Oh, got it.
Construction confirmed.
Nice.
This is gonna cost me a ton though.
The exercise was completed without incident. Good work.
Hey. Still shooting at me.
Thank you, Raven.
You're welcome, Regina, Saskatchewan.
Complete. Good work.
I wonder if I can still.
Objective achieved.
I could have failed the mission if that hadn't happened.
Oh.
Negative 72K or 7200. Lame.
Yeah, it can happen. There's even a comic. There's one, just a ripoff of JoJo's Part 3. That doesn't shock me.
No, that doesn't surprise me either.
One would argue that many things are a ripoff of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or an homage.
Everything is a JoJo reference if you try hard enough.
Yeah, technically speaking, breathing is a JoJo reference.
End employee rebellion.
Hey, once again, putting down the working class.
Apparently they're employing nerve gas generators. That's fun.
The factory we had you clear out the other day
Does it make you
has been
nervous?
reoccupied. Apparently, the
Very
rebellion
nervous.
spread further than we thought.
They just moved back into the factory we cleared out. That's great.
Those holding it are threatening to release a deadly nerve toxin if the factory's closure isn't halted. The deadline to meet their demands is soon approaching. Their resolve leads us to believe that one of the other corporations is manipulating the situation. A peaceful resolution is probably out of the question.
Of course.
Their objective is twofold. Disable the nerve gas generators and eliminate all forces occupying the factory.
Lava King says, in the Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers Kong Bai Udon, the Arab guy Rashid makes the aliens meme face while exploring a pyramid.
Huh.
Memes.
Also, like, aliens in a Street Fighter versus Darkstalkers combat.
There are 4 generators spaced
That's a
around the
choice.
factory.
Yeah, that's not the weirdest thing I've ever heard of, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So there's a bunch of MTs walking around, those construction-looking ones. And then these generators. Which, can I target them? Oh no.
Target disabled.
I have to disable them, not destroy them. Alright.
Target disabled. 2 more to go.
There is a map feature. I've used it none times so far.
Say, how often is it ever like?
It does show you the layout in kind of 3D, so you can zoom around. So we need to head down a level. Whatever we're targeting is below us.
Oh, Snake bringing up what we brought up earlier of when he wasn't here of man I would kill for a new Darkstalkers game. You and
Indeed.
us both, dude.
It's not like we're getting a new Darkstalkers or Rival Schools.
Or even a new MVC.
Yeah.
Now since Infinite.
Or CBS, for that matter. I mean,
Oh, I'm
Capcom versus
shocked if
SNK.
Yeah, we're never seeing that one again.
We'd see that before Marvel, though, because SNK is still around and they need money.
Yeah, it's true.
Where is the elevator?
And the long lost secret, Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Oh, yeah. Apparently the licensing for that was absolute hell because of all of the other properties, which doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, like that one was a nightmare.
That was a really fun game, though. It's one of the best fighting games on the Wii.
Yeah.
After Castlevania Judgment, of course. Dead silence. Obviously, you agree.
Oh, not that aliens. It's the guy saying aliens meme. Oh, the ancient aliens fan.
Oh, that aliens meme.
Yeah.
I was trying to think like the movie, like Aliens, the second movie. Like, there's a meme from that.
I mean,
I'm not
game
saying it was
over, man.
aliens, but it was aliens. All right. It took too long trying to find the entrance to the spot.
Hey, don't forget the Japanese exclusive Namco versus Capcom. There was a Nam. Okay, I don't.
That wasn't a fighting game, though. I don't think.
Target disabled. You have 1 left.
Namco X Camp. No, that was like a strategy RPG.
Yeah, I remember that.
Namco
One.
Cross Capcom.
Yep.
And that one got kind of rebuilt into Project Cross Zone,
Yep. Yep.
All generators
which I have Project Cross Zone 2 for the 3DS. And any game in which Phoenix Wright has defended both Heihachi Mishima and Goro Majima in court is a good game to me.
Eh.
And makes a DDR reference in the character dialogue.
destruction of all targets confirmed.
I'm going to take it in the shorts for my ammo on this one.
Oh yeah. Hey, Cross Zone's a sequel to Namco Capcom. Well, I have the sequel to Cross Zone. What up?
Snake says, I forgot American Mega Man was in Street Fighter. That was Tekken X Cross Street Fighter, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that one. Taking.
But they put like fat, bad box art Mega Man in there.
Yeah, like Mega Man 1 box art.
Screw you, that's why.
That was hilarious, honestly.
I lost another K for that.
Another 10K. Yay.
Destroy Escaping MT. That one, it's like a pursuit mission. I think this one is easy to do if you have Overt Boost, if that's what I'm thinking of.
Just discovered that someone infiltrated a mole into one of our research labs.
Lava King says, that was not Mega Man, that was a cruel joke. Yeah.
We allowed him to move about freely, hoping that he might reveal his true purpose. But he picked
Tekken's one of those game series like I've tried to get into so many times, but man, like
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think the presentation is really cool, and the characters are really cool. I just don't like the combat.
yeah, I'm just not like I'm not good enough at it to justify trying to get into it. Like
if he makes it to the neighboring sector, pursuit will
maybe
be
if
all that possible.
the next one was it 8 that's coming out? Is it 8?
Yeah, Tekken 8, yeah.
If that one does well, they'll use that engine for another Soul Calibur game in 10 years.
Please.
We should not have gotten 6. It's a miracle we got 6. And 6 is great.
6 is pretty darn good. It's also some of the silliest and most serious fighting game. Yeah, Tekken is like it's a very serious fighting, with the exception of like Huma, and like it's extremely serious. But then the story behind it, nothing is serious. Don't remember if it was Tekken 3 or 4 was the one where one like foppish guy wins and makes Heihachi into a freaking Speedo wearing butler with a bomb collar.
The real target is up ahead.
Because why not?
Yeah, why not? Oh, and Tekken also has Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in it. Yeah.
Yep, remember that. And Geese.
And I do love King of Fighters. I mean, I'm not good at it. I love it.
Yeah, King of Fighters is great. I do want to pick up the current one at some point. Oh, the guy with the baseball hat from Walking Dead. Oh, Negan. Yeah, he was also in Tekken. Tekken 7 had a lot of crossovers.
Yeah, it was very crossover heavy.
Oh, yeah.
With
I finally made money.
Series. Yay!
That's not a lot of money.
Yeah, Lava King with another series that's dead that shouldn't be dead. F-Zero.
Yep.
Yeah, F-Zero is freaking amazing. I'm really sad that the last F-Zero game we got was what, GX on the GameCube? If you don't include the arcade game F-Zero AX.
Didn't they have one on 3DS? I don't remember. I haven't kept up with that series at all.
They might have.
Eliminate infiltrators. Sounds doable.
I was next thing. I love a new Mega Man Legends game.
You're not gonna get a new Mega Man game ever. I want a new Mega Man X game.
Yeah, we're never getting a new Mega Man game of any way. You know what we got instead of a new Mega Man X? We got the Mega Man X skins for Minecraft.
Isn't that what you wanted? Hey, did you see that video I linked, I think it was yesterday, about that upcoming game? The Castlevania or Metroidvania-like one? Matt may have muted himself. Anyway, there's this game coming out. I think it came out today, in fact, 23rd. That's like a Metroidvania game that apparently takes place in the Galgun universe, from what I was reading. But it's like it's kind of like Portrait of Ruin, Castlevania, where you swap characters. It looks pretty dope, and it looks like a Castlevania game. We're never gonna get a real Castlevania game ever again.
We've just encountered a security breach involving the computer system at our weapons development facility. The hackers
Kisaragi.
involved got away before they could be apprehended.
Lava King says, I think you mean Castlevania's Dead Cell? Like Dead Cells, like the game? The series itself is totally dead because of freaking Konami. And I'm not counting like the pachinko
They're using
whatevers they've made.
MTs We're employing multiple Ravens for this mission. Any information the hackers
Castlevania's dead, Contra's dead, Gradius is dead. Any Konami-based franchise you can just consider dead. And it falls to other like independent companies to create things that are spiritual successors. Konami, oh yeah, that company's awful. Considering their reputation, which they've squandered. Let's make a sequel to Bloodstained. Yeah, I wonder if they're ever gonna crowdfund another one of those. They're still making stuff for it, like DLC and whatnot. That was a good game. I enjoyed Bloodstained. Okay, we're taking out hostiles. I don't know where Matt's gone. He might have stepped away for a sec, or he's still muted.
Sorry, I was muted because I coughed.
Okay, I don't know if you're trying to talk.
I was coughing all truckload. I was saying, no, Bloodstained. No, I kickstarted that game. I love that game.
Yeah.
And they are still making DLC. I know because I still get notifications about it. Curse of the Moon was a really good one too. If you like OG Nintendo Castlevania, because it plays a lot like that.
Crystal Moon.
I can't speak to Curse of the Moon 2 though.
Oh, Curse of the Moon. Yeah, I didn't even try those two. But what I was talking about earlier about that one game I linked, the Galgun one. Did you watch that video yet?
I haven't had a chance to yet. No.
Oh, I should check it out. It looks really cool. It's again, it looks like a Castlevania, like Portrait of Ruin type of game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I loved Portrait of Ruin.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's called something Guardians, and I think it came out today.
Let me double check. It's Grim Guardians Demon Purge, and it did come out today.
Yep.
Yeah, from Inti Creates. Inti Creates is doing the Lord's work when it comes to spiritual successors.
They brought back Blaster Master.
Brought back Blaster Master. They gave us Azure Gunvolt, like Luminous Avenger X, and I should know Gunvolt. I co-hosted 2 Let's Plays of the first 2 games.
Inti Creates didn't make the new Shantae games, right? Isn't that?
No, that's Way Forward.
Way Forward, yeah.
Way Forward's also very good for making that kind of game. Shantae games are really good. They're a lot of fun. Yes, there's a lot of cheesecake, but like Bear. But that's just the coating on top of a very solid Metroidvania experience.
Right.
And honestly, pretty good story.
They made a bunch of those too.
Oh yeah. I think 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, because there's Shantae, Shantae 2, Risky's Revenge. I know there's the Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and 7 Sirens. So they made at least 5 of them.
Oh my god. Going down here.
That's just heroes I would play on stream.
Snake says, in good news, we have some more trailers for Shin Kamen Rider to be a worldwide release. Oh yeah?
Oh, that's cool. Lava King saying Shantae isn't even that she's a belly dancer. She's a belly dancer and a genie. So like, it's more a matter of some of the things that happen in the game are a little cheesecakey. Oh, and that, yeah, Trigger was a bit too horny during the Siren opening. Well, if you, like, Pirate's Curse has a couple pretty cheesecakey points. So does Half Genie Hero. That being said, still very good games.
Keep turning the lights out by hitting these power cables. Not ideal. Yeah, looking at the retro type game publishers, I haven't seen anything from Yacht Club in a while. What those dudes are working on.
Good question. I know they put out a Shovel Knight Dig.
Yeah, I've been to check that one out too. That one looked cool.
Yeah, that one looks really good. It and Shovel Knight are both on my Steam wish list. I think Shovel Knight's also on my Switch wish list because I'm just like, I really want to play it. Lava King saying, yeah, the Slave Princess wasn't that bad. What is that term you're using? Me. Oh,
Cheesecake?
the term cheesecake? Gratuitous TNA, but not like nudity.
Yeah, like lewd, but not like explicitly lewd.
Yeah. It ain't porn. But
It's on its way.
yeah. Lava King saying the Giganto Mermaid boss says things for me on multiple levels. Mermaids are best fantasy creature girl. See, that's what cheesecake. There you go. It doesn't have to be porn.
That's the purpose it serves.
Yep.
Although,
Honestly,
Best Monster Girl
it's-
is debatable.
All enemy units destroyed.
Yeah.
Job.
I don't
You
know.
got to figure out the placement of the bits on the mermaids.
Yeah.
Now, reverse mermaids.
Still no.
Don't be so close-minded, Matt.
I'm going to be a little close-minded here. Also, I can't swim, so I'm biased. Like, oh, Snake saying it's another term for fan service.
Yes.
Yes.
More or less.
Fan the way I separate them is cheesecake is character design, fan service is character action.
Like when something
Like what-
happens versus when...
If something happens, it's fan service. If it's design, it's cheesecake.
You can absolutely have cheesecakey fan service, though.
Oh yeah, no, the two go hand in hand. Like skipping down the lane, hand in hand.
Why? Because it sells. That's why.
Exactly.
I wonder if those Gatlings are in the shop now. Not that I can afford them, because I'm making very, very little money.
You're
through
not
these
making a lot of
missions.
cash right now.
No, but let's see what our sort of game plan is. What we can do is, I know we're coming up on 3 hours, and I forgot my D&D session got moved to tonight.
Oh,
So-
you should probably get to that.
That's it. It's at 8 my time. So as long as we wrap up at 7:30, then I have plenty of time to get ready for that.
Oh, that gives you about 8 minutes.
The session is at 8.
Oh. Yeah, but you said wrap up by 7:30, which
Yes,
and
yes.
it's-
That's why we're coming up on 30, so we're good.
yeah.
Back units. Back units are not assigned to sides. You can have multiple of the same back unit. And there's some cool ones. These are gigantic missile launchers. Like they shoot these huge,
Oh, those are fucking
slow-moving
enormous.
ones.
I love them. Oh yeah, but
4.
yeah, number of ammo 4.
4. Yeah, you're not gonna get many shots at those.
Yeah, you better hit.
Another thing that is unique to, I think, only 3rd generation is you can put ammo packs on your back.
Oh,
So like this
that's
one
handy.
increases ammo storage by 20%, I think, on every weapon you've got equipped. So if you have like a machine gun, it'd be 20% on that. So like 200. Also, I'm in negative funds right now after those last couple missions. I don't think I've seen that happen in a while. That's a
Yes.
little discouraging. Ah, there it is.
Also,
33,000. All right. Lava King asks, has anybody played Remnant of the Ashes? It's pretty fun. I've heard that one is good from what I've heard. I have not tried it. Snake asks, how's your character in D&D? My character? My character's doing all right. We ended the last session in the middle of a fight with some sort of giant, like, eldritch horror-looking things that snagged our monk.
Oh, jeez.
Lots of tentacles and teeth.
And probably death.
Yeah.
Death approaches.
So we got to deal with that as soon as we start up. And this is after going through several different areas and fights, so no one has got all of their resources. That's going to be fun.
Just a little rough.
Our monk is a glass cannon. He hits like a Mack truck, but if something crits him, he usually goes down.
That's disappointing for him. That's sad.
Yeah,
but
but
it kind of happens.
That's monk things from what I've heard. There's a lot of things to mitigate getting hit, because you don't want to get hit. You want to do the hitting.
Also, Lava King saying, Matt, you seem like fun dungeon master material. Wazoo would blame everything up for her bad rolls. Wazoo's actually Wazoo's a very good role player, and can actually role play her bad rolls into her story incredibly well.
She strikes me as the type of person who can get into character really well.
Oh yeah.
Just because she's Wazoo that we know doesn't mean she's going to be playing Wazoo in game. She would assume a character.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, she gets into character really well, and she builds her characters very, very well.
She's told me about her bards.
Yeah, her bards, her mutant archer. Like, she's made some wonderful characters. And as for me being a good DM, I would be if I was better at improvisation of like flexing a story a bit more. I'll admit I am not great at that. If I got better at that, oh yeah, I feel like I'd be a very good DM, if only because I can track the numbers and track the story really well. It's just that lack of improvisation. That's the one thing that kills me on it.
I think a lot of DMing, just talking to my friend who runs our campaign, a lot of it is being able to think on the fly and improv if the players do something that diverges from what you've planned. And so if you've laid out a series of scenarios, you're like, okay, if they do this or that, this is going to happen. But then they pick the third option you weren't considering, and you got to be able to think quickly to re-divert what you're doing and not have it like disrupt everything you planned.
Yeah.
And we did that to our DM a couple times. He's like, you guys, one, got lucky on a bunch of these event rolls, and two, you picked an option I didn't think was possible. And so they threw out everything I planned, but we got something else, and you're going to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The capacity for telling good stories is fun.
Yeah, and that's the real trick.
This is 2 years now going with this campaign now, I think. Going for longer than I realized. And it's pretty fun. I think the reason why it's taken a long time is because we only do it every other week. Assuming everyone doesn't have obligations like children and other things going on.
Yeah. Life gets in the way all the time.
Yep. All right.
Alas.
So what I might do in between whenever we sit down to stream Armored Core 3 again, I might see if I can try and push up through the arena. I got kind of smoked by Chain Impact here when I tried it before, but if I can get a little bit further and start actually making money, then I'd like to be able to upgrade some of our core parts, like the body, the core, the arms.
Yeah.
And then get one of those Gatling guns for maximum bullets. But until then, I need to get out of debt.
Yeah. First things first, stop losing money.
Snake says, so far in the new D&D campaign I'm taking place in, we have Senile Sith Lord, a dancer birdman from the circus, and a person who has the hunger for flesh and character we don't have too much information on, and then my character who wants to do the job because he gets paid in the end. I feel
sometimes that's the motivation your character needs. That's all it needs.
The Senile Sith Lord is interesting, I have to say.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, we're going to call it here for the stream. Let me see if I know anybody who's currently online, and we will go raid them.
Say, I see a few people.
Let's see. Lib is online doing art. Got a decent group of people. Is there anyone on your list that's kind of a smaller creator or maybe another VTuber?
Bean Bun.
I don't
Bean Bunnery is yeah, they're live 3 viewers. I don't know if they're still. Let me refresh. They might not still be live.
Yeah, they might have just jumped off because I don't see them. I have Bean on the list.
Oh, they say that they're. Oh, they've been live for like 4 hours too. So I don't know how much longer they'll be on.
Let me see. That's weird. I can look up Bean Bunnery, right?
Yeah.
Why can't I see them on my list? I normally can. All right, well, we can go raid Bean.
Yeah.
So let me get that queued up. And we'll go ahead and go to outro. So with that, thanks for tuning in and watching us run around in giant robots and glorious PS2 graphics. And we'll be picking up with Armored Core 3 again in the near future as schedules dictate. But until then, we'll be back this Sunday at the Jam stream. It's the next one. And next week we should be picking up on Dead Space again for more maximum spoopage.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, the remake is really fun. It's incredibly well put together. I'm just playing it on hard.
Oh.
And that's why I was dying all the time, because it is really hard.
Yeah, it's a does not screw around kind of game.
Yeah, but it's fun. All right, folks, let's go see what's up to Bean. And I will catch you in the next one. And thanks, Matt, for co-piloting.
Yes, thanks for having me. And we'll see y'all later.
All right, let's go.